Sorry, guys. It's been crazy. But you know us. I got rid of my little thingy. Sorry. Look at all the pants. Hello. Yes, we had some technical difficulties. Would it really be a show if we didn't have technical difficulties? Really. Um, we have a lot to go through this evening, so grab your popcorn. It's going to be a doozy, folks. It's going to be a doozy. I hope you can stay for the whole thing. If not, I completely understand. It's a lot of trash going to be said on here. Just why I really wanted that thing up there for educational purposes. So, da, 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 da. Thank you. Oh my gosh, can't type. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're in for the long haul. Appreciate that. I wish we could switch them because the eye is automatically drawn here and not so much over there. But what can you do? I'm not sitting in a small box again, guys. I got my cultural appropriation shirt on just for Jimmy. Rock today. Thank you guys so much for your support with your names. That's adorable. You guys are so awesome.
That's the best. I need like 2 minutes, but I'm coming.
I Alex, I did get your DM. I've been so busy. I literally haven't responded. I wanted to give you a proper response and I just couldn't do it in these last couple of days. So it is unread. It is still there. I haven't seen it, but I know it's there. You're on the mind. But this, unfortunately for me, you, and I don't know, everyone who's going to be featured tonight. Yeah, unfortunately for them, this this came first. Also, trigger warning. This is, I don't want to say it's strictly based on racism. This show, it is heavily based on racism, as you couldn't presume. Fuck, my coffee's downstairs, and yeah. So Serena, maybe a little bit, but nothing that you'd have to be worried about. Aminal, my apologies. I was editing, if you're in here, I was editing a clip from the live that you and I did together. I edited that down to about 10 minutes today and it's lost. Don't know where it is. So I'm going to go make my coffee and we'll get this shit going sooner than later, but it will be a late one. So don't call in sick to work, but if you got it, I wouldn't be mad.
Oh. Close your ears for a second. There might be a feedback. Sure.
Sorry, Mama Laura. It's a journey to get to my kitchen. Fuck.
I thought that timeline was in your whole house, though.
Yeah, I definitely have to follow it all the way back to the original convoy to even make it to the bathroom.
Okay, well, I'm trying to do something different here.
I got this mug for all my haters. Oh, I just spilled on myself. Isn't that fun? Check this out.
Fuck's sakes.
What? And it's also the size of my head. It is really funny to see everyone's name as Fancy. I feel indifferent about Sammy changing their name to Fancy Creepy Squash, but I'm here for it. You know, we have to live like this for like a while, you know, right, guys? Appreciate you.
Well,
7 days. Um, this week, you will need snacks. You will need snacks. You might need a box of tissues if you are in tune with your emotions. You might need a pillow to scream in and or punch. Ativan, a puffer, and quick on your block list. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, get your vapes, take your meds, have your smokes, drink a beer if you need to. This will bring up a lot of emotions for a lot of people. So yeah, we're going to be heavily into the topic of racism. However, as much as we want to make it funny, shit's not funny. So we've thrown in some education pieces in here as well. To try and combat the amount of racism that we will be hearing. And also our regular music is going to be a little more influenced by my culture. Okay? Not backwoods culture, my culture. Not Jimmy's culture, my culture. Not Darren's culture, though I did throw in some oldies just for that man. Also, we do have so my ancestry is Congo and Nigeria. Thanks for asking.
well, who's ready to start the show? Everyone got their snacks? We're in for a long one today. Like, media strictly is like 4 hours, so then add the songs in. Yeah, that's what happens when everyone goes live all week long. We've pared it down as much as possible. This is your movie. This movie, you're in it.
Made by the people, for the people, for the people.
The Week of Racism.
Are you ready?
Oh. Commercial. We gotta get YouTube Premium. If you'd like to sponsor the show, we would love YouTube Premium so that we don't have these commercials.
Every sip of Woodford.
And if you thought we had technical difficulties before, I'm running everything I got right now, so we'll see.
Hey there, teenage Baltimore! Don't change that channel, because it's time for the Corny Collins Show. Brought to you by Ultra Clutch Hairspray. Oh, every afternoon when the clock strikes 4, a crazy bunch of kids crash through that door, yeah. They'll throw off their coats and leave the squares behind them, and they'll shake it, shake it, shake it like they're losing their mind. And when I see them frown, because they're the nicest kids in town. Oh, every afternoon you turn your TV Corny Collins with the latest, greatest Baltimore sound.
Oh my god.
Tracy, I haven't left this house in years.
Then isn't it time you did?
I'm so sorry. I told ya this would happen.
There was no time to preview anything.
I know.
Forget about your algebra and calculus. You can always do your homework on the morning bus. I've heard from a noun to the nicest kids in town. Roll call.
Brad, Tammy,
Tender,
Glenda,
Sketch,
Shelly,
IQ,
Luann,
Joey,
Mikey, Becky,
Jesse,
Carla,
Holly,
Noreen,
and
I'm
Lit.
fancy.
So you're coming out, you shaking and you lying there. Party, party, shaking, party, party, and the bass and drums are pounding. Party, 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 party. How's about sleep when you can snooze in school? How do we get to college when you show the fool? I'm gonna pull you around when you're the nicest kid in town. You're the nicest, nicest. They're the nicest, nicest. They're the sweetest, nicest, nicest kids in town.
Tracy, I haven't left
Views
this house
presented in this show do not
years.
necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the hosts, as this is for entertainment purposes only. More.
Sorry about that. There's too many things going on.
The views presented in this show do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the hosts, as this is for entertainment purposes only. More.
Okay, my setup's still not right. I got a phone stand, but look at that. That's the view you get of the freaking computer. So I need to.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No, it's not. It's not. Slippers were too high. This book is too low. This
Okay,
is-
Goldilocks.
What's that like? Okay.
That's better.
Well, let's start with the headlines. And I didn't write them down, so I'm winging it. So the headlines. Okay, red and blue team, the international baddie battles. We're putting it on the back burner for now until we can get some more information or some clear shit. I don't see there's an end to that, and it kind of seems cycles. It seems like it's going
Yeah,
in
it's like
cycles.
a never-ending vicious cycle. If you are interested in more details on that, you can feel free to visit Ash's page, and she has a ton of stuff on the recent Moosegate. If you know anything about hitting a moose, it might be worth checking out. I don't
Yes,
drive. I don't have the answers.
We've had the red team kind of throw the towel in, like, as a unit, as a team. They don't want to, like, be the team anymore, which is fair enough. No one asked. So, red team's kind of throwing the towel in with that. However, they are still around. We saw some quite damaging voice notes being released this week of sassafras, and there's a lot of emotional, lives going on. Mostly on the red team side was a lot of yelling. Blue team has been chilling, and red team not pleased with that chilling. Yeah, the other news I've got going is...
The Gappers are back. Do you guys remember Bridge the Gap? Raise your hand. Show of hands. Tap the screen.
And that's where we're going to start, right? We're going to start with the Gappers.
We're going to start with the Gappers. You can picture it in your head for the Guess Who's Back, okay? We're talking, do you remember back in the day? Don't say dumb. OMG. That's what we're talking about. That's where we're starting, folks. A bridge over troubled waters.
So basically, Bill Pearson, he's fed up. He's fed up with the nonsense. He's saying, you know what? I'm done with your rules. You gotta follow, you gotta stay in line, or you're fucking out of the group. That's kind of what we're seeing here. And there's been more development today with Sterling Frog making a bold claim And honestly, I didn't watch the video, but from what I heard of it, it was something like, if you watched the Super Bowl, you were as bad as the Catholic Church. And if I'm wrong, because I didn't watch the video, let me know in the chat. But there's a bit of a gapper uproar with that going on at the moment. So
Thank the Christian gods that you didn't watch the Super Bowl, and neither did I. Can't be getting in any more
So-
hot water over this.
This is not it. Okay, so we've got 15 minutes of Gapper stuff.
London Bridge is
And I'm
falling
gonna
down.
figure out a better setup, but this is what I got.
Go again, I got another fucking issue with hypocrisy. Can't stand it. Censoring information, censoring people's voices is an issue no matter what it is.
How's the
Unless
sound?
it's hurtful rhetoric, right? So the people that agreed with the government censoring people back then, when I was part of the convoy back then, is I had mentioned that, and a lot of other people mentioned that there's going to come a time in the future when you want your voices heard, but they're going to be suppressed. Think about it for a minute.
Oh, quiet.
Hey, hi, what's up? Since we're not calling our friends out in private anymore, allow me to return the favor to you, okay? You see, your post, that you had to feel the need to jump right in there instead of messaging me in private, that you claim you do, right? So I'm not the only person you've done this to. But you don't like it when it's done to you. Anyway, I'm a little upset right now. Anyway, see, your post is riddled with bias. The bias which I speak of is because you believed in the lockdowns. You believed in unvaccinated people not being allowed to go into businesses, things like that, right? Whether they could help being vaccinated or not. You didn't care. You still believed in it. Even though my doctors know, my heart surgeon wrote me a note, an exemption letter, stating that I'm exempt from vaccine because of my disability. I've got 2 disabilities, by the way, one that you don't know, though. That's neither here nor there. But that still wasn't good enough for these restaurants, right? You see, wrong is wrong, whether it's temporary or not. You can't just pick and choose the battles that you want, okay? If you are for people with a non-visible...
I'm going to do a quick, I realize people might not know who this is. This is Bill Pearson. So during the Bridge the Gap, this was where we saw lefties communicating with convoys so that we could come to an understanding. It's been tried many times throughout the last 2 years, and I think there's been gains. But anyway, Bill, who you see here...
Probably the biggest gain. I mean, he listened, he spoke with other people, and he kind of stopped talking to his bigoted friends that he used to chum with. Got a lot of hate for it, a lot of backlash, a lot of threats.
Called them out over the drag protests, and so he was part of the Gapper gang, but he's done.
Now he's calling out the people that taught him how to be a better person? ? What is happening?
disability being treated fairly, it goes for this too as well. Not just because you agree with it, right? There is not supposed to be any shades of gray of humiliating, making people feel like shit. Specifically, in your TikTok world, people with non-visible disabilities. And that's my point. What you're doing is you're picking and choosing your battles based on your bias. Because I am allowed to have different feelings, opinions, and viewpoints than that of other people, right? Specifically our group of friends. Seems to me the moment somebody's opinion differs from anybody in that group, you're ousted. Hence why you removed me from that group and a few other people, right? Not that I care, because I just found out what most of you are all about is you're fake and performative. Go figure, you join an app designed for narcissists, you run into a few narcissists where their opinion only matters and nobody else's. And how am I not supposed to be offended by you guys making your little videos about me when you're supposed to be my friend and we call each other in through private messaging? See, this didn't happen. One individual in particular started all of this, right? It's not the first time this individual's done that too. Quote unquote friends. And of course, like the swarming wasp that You all are. You jump in and attack the moment somebody disagrees with you. So I can only just imagine what's being said about me right now. I'm tired of the hypocrisy. I'm tired of the double standards. I'm tired of it all with it. I mean, I sat there and watched the live from the outside in not too long ago, and there was a marginalized individual in there with Sterling and a couple others. And I listened and I watched this individual from the marginalized community was allowed to say dumb, stupid, things like that. Why is that? Just wondering why it's okay for others but not, or some but not others. I mean, the fact you guys actually laughed about it, right? Again, I have to ask why is that? I mean, you drew a line in the sand. This could have been handled civilly outside of this app. And we could have had a good conversation about why my views are, why my feelings are the way they are on certain topics. But no, you had to call me out on the old tiki-talkie for likes and views, right? What's the matter? Slow down TikTok for likes? You know, when you toss my concerns, my feelings aside like it's yesterday's fucking garbage, like my feelings don't matter. What I feel at the time during the lockdown, those don't matter. Those aren't justified. But when I propose a different scenario, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, you know, because I said, what if there wasn't an accessible wheelchair ramp for somebody to go with limited mobility into a restaurant? There is no difference really, right? Because they're still being judged based on their disability, just as many others were during COVID, right? People that couldn't take the shot were advised not to because they weren't sure of the side effects, yada, yada, yada. You know, they were, I guess in their words, inconvenienced for temporarily. I guess we can say people are inconvenienced temporarily too, and it is what it is. So make your videos about me and do what it is you got to do with me. Talk your little shit behind my back as you do with so many others, right? But just remember, because you feel a certain way about something doesn't make you right. Because you live in an echo chamber and other people have agreed with what you guys are saying doesn't make you right, right? Nor does it make me right for what I said. It's just my feelings. That's how I feel. And because you disagree with it doesn't make me wrong. We're all different. We don't live in a hive, right? Anyway, take care. It wasn't a call out? You're sure about that, right? Because I'm pretty sure when you make a video of somebody else that you don't agree with.
Okay, he's replying back to Sterling, and he's saying, like, this isn't a call out, but if you've been around the Gappers, they have this, we call in, we don't call out, where you don't at your friends, you don't make a video back about.
Into the DMs, text me.
Yeah, call them in.
It's a call out, right? See, I'm not going to allow you to backpedal and pretend you didn't say something when in fact you actually did, okay? It's not going to happen, okay? You guys removed me from the group shortly after your video about me, right? What do you call that? You fucking threw me under.
So they obviously have some kind of group chat or like a Discord or something. Bill got booted.
Anybody here know about a group chat?
And remove me from our group, which I really don't give a fuck, especially after the shit that I heard what you said about Sam, right?
Oh.
Which was said about Sam, which Sam was one of my best friends. I don't care whether you like Sam or not, or anybody likes Sam or not. Sam was one of my best friends, and I loved him to death. So that's when I started taking a step back from them.
Shout out to Creepy Squash.
When I started realizing how fake
Shout out.
most of the people in there were. This is fake, man.
Aw,
Don't
many of us
backpedal.
were booted. For
Own
no
what you
reason.
said, and be happy about your choice. You don't see me backpedaling, right? I know what I said. I don't fucking backpedal. I own what I said. Because I'm not fucking fake, man. And I am going to tell you how I feel. I think you're fake. I have to ask you, why is it when you were in a live with a marginalized person, they were allowed to say dumb and stupid and you guys laughed at it? That was your live, right? Right? And you did discredit my shit. Something that you're not supposed to do. You discredited my disability because you agreed with the lockdowns. Don't fucking sugarcoat shit. Say it the way it is. Seriously. Why can't you?
Sammy
Just say it the
Sourdog.
way it is. Don't backpedal. Don't pretend you didn't say something you didn't. We all know you did, right? You were all up in my comment sections. You made a video about me. Shay did. Everybody else did, right? It's pretty fucking sneaky bullshit, man.
Oh, sneaky.
Sneaky. And then you remove me from your group. So you can all sit there and blah, 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 blah. Right? That's what you do, you know? Not all of you. There's some fucking really good people in that group. Unfortunately, they're trapped in this stupid fucking cycle. This echo chamber of bullshit, of toxicity. And that's what it is.
Oh,
Fact
echo
remains is that I
chamber.
am in a very privileged position right now, and things are falling into place for me right now, and I have a lot on my plate in my personal life right now, and anything outside of my personal life or the activism that I'm doing for marginalized voices.
Not an activist. She said, I'm not an
Let me
activist.
just make it very clear. I don't give a fuck about anyone or anything that isn't bringing positivity to my life.
Hope you're not here.
You know, it really hurts when someone you think was your friend, you find out really isn't your friend. And
Okay, so now we're seeing people that are still in the group chat. Okay, so that was Bree, and now this is Donnie B.
they decide to cut ties with you. That's fine.
Also, word of advice, turn your alarm off before you make a video, okay?
You know, cut ties. But when you find out that they're making posts about you and giving you mean little names, like, you know, it just,
What's the name? What do you?
can people just fucking grow up?
I don't know. I don't know who called her what. I don't know.
It was so close.
Yeah.
Don't say shit that hurts people. Don't be a bigot. Don't be a racist. Don't be a transphobe. Don't do anything that hurts other fucking people. Jesus.
Like, is she saying Bill's doing that?
Unfortunately, they're Donnie B. I can't. You have your stitches and save videos, you know, turned off, so I can't stitch this. But just go on to Donnie B's profile there. There are two
We
latest
did.
videos. I'm assuming they're about me, right? You see, yeah, I did cut ties with you. Absolutely, I did. I'm not the only one. There's how many other people from that group that cut ties with you? And how many other people in the past? And I wonder fucking why, right? I mean, people are probably just tired of walking on eggshells around you people in that group and having to worry about their words and offending a lot of you. Because a lot of you are ultra fucking sensitive, right? And you got huge double standards. And your friendship is only on conditions. I mean, do as I say, or you're, like you said in your one video, now we're homophobic, transphobic, racist. I just want to take a TikTok poll here. Feel free to answer if you want. Comment yes.
Here comes the tea, guys. Here comes the draw.
But if there was a group chat, right? I mean, I would never do this. I would never partake in this because I'm 100% faithful to my wife. I'm just asking. If there was a group chat, like separate from like, you know, a common room group chat, and you know, there's people in relationships in this group chat, and some are married and what have you, right? If they were sending, you know, nudes in this group chat, would that be considered cheating? I mean, I'm just asking. Also,
Do we get a poll? Do we put up a poll?
Let's just say you pride yourself, or at least allow people to believe that you're more morally and ethic.
Nudes in a group chat, are we saying happy face is cheating?
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Fantastic that you are the bee's knees, right? You do no wrong.
Unless you're polyamorous.
Going against what you stand for. Just asking for a friend. Just, yeah, feel free to comment.
So it has come to my attention that the people who try to judge my morals for a word I said a decade ago, those people are in a group chat cheating on their spouses and sending nudes. What a crazy world we live in. Mwah. Listen, Ben, when right-wingers
Big Bear, or
threaten violence
other bear.
over the internet, I call it out.
Left wing Big
You're not
Bear.
immune from that, you goofball. And yes, I do mean the first 4 letters of that word. Anyway, You're just threatening violence over the internet. You're an internet tough guy. I'm not scared of you, dude. You're goofy, and this just confirms the rumors that you guys have all been sharing each other's intimate photos with each other, cheating on spouses.
Previously, Phil Beerson.
Yeah, this is Phil Beerson. He used to make like really good convoy memes. Then he did a face reveal, and then
He's had a rap from the past where he said the R word.
No, the F word, like the gay one.
And then got canceled by them. And then he just I don't know what happened to him.
Well, basically in the summer, there was a huge blow up between Mean Girls Gappers, and then it turned into like a many side fights, like fights everywhere. And then they went at him for his hip hop career of rap battles, of things he said. They found YouTube videos of his from 10 years ago were not like, and everything from 10 years ago is not what it is today. So yeah, that's what happened to him.
He didn't there was no clip of him saying the N-word in this rap. Let's make that very clear. It was a word that was wrong to use, but 10 years ago, was that word canceled? I'm not too sure. But he apologized and has moved on.
Has changed and doesn't do that. Okay, we're almost done the Gappers.
You should have just shut the fuck up. But have a great day and keep begging for my attention.
So, just like everybody else, I learned some interesting news last night. And I said, Caitlin, you cannot hop on that app and start going on already. You can't. You can't. And I said, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me just go to sleep. And I'll see how I feel about it. I just woke up. The purity police are sending each other notes. The purity police are sending each other notes.
There is a house in charming town. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor girl, and me, oh God, I'm one. If I listen to...
I don't know how much notice these required. You're part of a group of people who off this app told me that I wouldn't go through cancer treatment alone, yet never bothered to check on me as I was going through cancer treatment, and the only time they made any concern known was publicly on TikTok posts. And you have no business sliding into my DMs right now, asking me anything about drama that I don't have anything to do with, because that was yet again another group chat I wasn't involved in. Maybe you guys should worry more about keeping your side of the fucking street clean and actually sticking by the things that you say to people. Then maybe you wouldn't have dissenters coming on this app airing your dirty laundry. I'm not going to air any dirty laundry, but I'm also not going to stop anybody else from doing it. Not my responsibility.
Oh!
Mean Girls are back. They are in the bushes, pulling the tanglefoot, looking for these nudes.
Right, and these are two opposing groups. So now the Mean Girls are very good at a duet train, and they are out looking for those nudes as a joke, obviously, guys. Anyway, let's finish the duet. Oh, nope, that was the end. Okay.
Sammy, take notes. I was reading a lot in the chat that filter was not it. So
Too much.
try again. Maybe 1-2 flips, but not a whole video.
But right, so Bill's saying Sam also got booted from the group, but it sounds like they are getting DMs asking like, help us, Bill's saying things, and Sammy's going, too bad, you didn't help me when I needed you. So let's dance?
Yeah, let's dance.
Damn it. I don't want to be seen like this. The neighbors haven't seen me since I was a size
We're
10.
back on hairspray.
Don't make me do it, Casey.
It's changing out there. You'll like it. People who are different, their time is coming. Hey mama, look around. Everybody's moving to a brand new sound. Hey mama, follow me. I know something's in you that you want to set free. So like go with the past now. Say hello to the love in
this house since 1951.
Hey mama, take a chance.
Oh, Tracy, it's been years since someone asked me to dance.
So let go of the past now. Say hello to the light in your eyes. Yes, I know that the world's winning fast now, but you gotta run the race to win the prize now. Welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh.
Welcome to 2024.
Welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh. Go, 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 go. Welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, mama. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, mama, welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. Welcome to the 60s. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the rhythm.
Let us transport back to a time before you were born, most of you, to 1944. Wait, what's happened last week? This week? Last week? It's Monday. So 7 days ago. 2024. Enjoy the show.
2024, and we're still here.
Dubbed this out in two separate parts for you. We will be keeping an eye on the, well, I'll be keeping an eye on the chat. If it gets too intense, please shoot us a message and we'll take a break. We do have a lot of uplifting songs throughout the parts. Shay, we're just getting into racism. It is about, again, what did we say, 2.5, 3 hours long?
Yeah, it's the whole fucking story, start to finish.
Chronological order. Everything that we've witnessed that is in direct correlation with the racism that we endured from last episode.
And you have every right to hate the director's cut. Feel free to make your own documentary and write history the every way you want, but this is our show, not yours.
Buckle in.
Okay. Yeah, Snoozy Smoozy has missed the whole fucking week, so here you go. Okay, yeah, get your snacks.
I fucking told you what's up. What's going on this week?
I can try to fucking get this any closer, but obviously I'm having issues, as you can see. Okay. Full-on feature film.
Equity had come up, and that's what we were actually talking about, was employment equity and what's it called when
racial profiling during the hiring practices.
Right.
Because this discussion came up because Brock said inclusivity had gone too far. He was trying to say. I don't mean to put words in Brock's mouth. He's a nice man.
So
Exactly, Sean. I knew saying a racial slur would bother her.
Exactly.
yeah, so he was saying it before he ever made the 8-minute video, guys. He was already saying Apple. I want
He's
everyone
been
to
throwing
understand.
apples in our comments for weeks and reporting Auntie for consuming any substance, reporting me, reporting Absorbed. So like this didn't sneak up on us. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know who it was till he came back on the app, which was
right.
Yeah. Feels very pointed now that I'm not getting reported. Hey.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Now that we're both blocked on each other's accounts.
Yeah. Now
He
he's
blocked me.
all our accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he blocked me on my accounts. I didn't think Backwoods blocked people, but he blocked me.
Yeah, and I blocked him, and I think Nicola blocked him. So now he's no longer getting notifications of lives and whatnot and whatnot. But he's making it sound like he didn't start with the Apple shit. It started before that 8-minute video. So everyone knows. Okay?
Yeah.
Those
And
are
also,
the lives.
at least 2 weeks before it was going, it had been happening. We kept getting little bans here and there.
the first, like, when he comes in the lives and he says apple, have you ever seen me actually, like, respond to it other than to say, guys, don't respond to it because he's just
We ignored it. Yeah, we all right? So at first it was being ignored until I decided I'm no longer ignoring. I'm the I apologize.
Oh no, I'm glad you did. I just don't want to address him because I don't want to give him that attention. But if somebody else does, just because I'm such a problem for him, like I'm not going to give him the satisfaction.
Triggered. Right. So I wanted to clear that up for everyone because we're going to start with a lot of misinformation and retelling of the. It's not a very different narrative. Yes, it's a very different narrative, and it's not in chronological order because that would make him look bad. Okay, so okay, so back to Nick.
You're fucking welcome, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm good now. If you want to let him up, you can let him up. I personally don't care.
I'm definitely not fucking scared of you, bro. Been through
I never said you were. I never said you were.
Yeah, that was never even the. That's not even about. You want to see a fat man move fast? Nick wasn't running his mouth about you. Want to see a fat man move fast? Come get in my face. We'll see how fast your fucking jaw goes behind you.
If you want to see him move fast, just trip him down a hill. I won't let you get closer because it would just be
South St. John, disabled motherfucker. Like, shut the fuck up.
Wait, says that?
Again.
The way you speak makes you sound manly.
Meet me uptown in St. John because we're so fucking tough up here in New Brunswick. With all your fucking all your fucking drug dealing fucking hookers that hang around fucking uptown fucking St. John.
Manly.
What? Where do you get all this shit? Oh, bro, you're a racist. That's all it comes down to.
Oh, you're racist. You said you got offended over Apple?
No. You called an indigenous person an apple.
God, you could all be fucking apples for all I give a shit. You could be all Twinkies. I'll be right back.
You all. I mean, we all know you are a Twinkie because that's all you eat backwards.
Go talk to the black community. Okay, I don't fucking think apple's a racist term at all. I think it's a fucking joke.
Dude, you're a white cis man. It doesn't matter.
I'm a white dude. I know cis nothing. Sister?
You don't get to decide what's racist or not.
Dude, and I don't fucking subscribe to your ideology. So I'm cis nothing.
Okay. Time out. Do you think the N-word?
So backwoods is trans since he's not cis.
Do I think?
Welcome, woke comrades. Live.
Go talk to the black community and ask them their opinions on it.
It should be a test. When you are proven to be not just utterly wrong, but fucking incredibly wrong.
Thomas Bishop.
You should have to pay something.
Pardon?
For wasting everybody's
Thomas
motherfucking time. Just this motherfucker.
Go find out their fucking view on it and stop asking other white people.
This level of dumbass is the shit that we gotta play with. Every day. Every day.
How about that? You fucking clowns.
Is the term racist or not?
You fucking clowns.
Oh my god.
So back with you, the N-word, or everyone asked you, coming up, if the N-word was racist, and backwards you said that you can't say yes to that.
It would be circumstantial because I mean.
No, it's not circumstantial. Let Fancy do her thing.
Where did you grow up? Like
he's in Nova Scotia.
If I'm on the hip hop culture, you know this, Fancy. You know I love hip hop. I'm ingrained in hip hop. I love to rap. I follow like all kinds of shit in the culture. Now it's kind of like one of those things. Where the fuck did you grow up?
He's in Nova Scotia.
What was your background? There's black people that speak on white boys from the hood that call themselves that other black people don't have a problem if it's their homies, and that's a real fucking thing. You guys can't deny that fact. You can't, if you want to go look it up, you can go research it, and it happens. So you can't say that there isn't people that don't use it as a term of endearment, because it happens. Straight facts.
Okay.
Go fuck yourself if you think otherwise.
Seems like me, one of us ain't black. Are you black?
Yeah, I'm black. The N-word. Is it racist? Shut your white mouth for a minute. The N-word. Is it racist? The debate of since the fucking Civil War, okay? Is the N-word racist? The N-word, when used towards a black person from someone who isn't black, yeah, it's racist. Why? Because prior to the Civil War, it was used to beat people down, keep them down, and used as a derogatory term. Black people, since you are so well versed in the hip hop culture, you should know that black people have tried to take that power back by calling their brothers and their sisters the N-word as a term of endearment. It does not give you.
You don't live in the 80s anymore.
I don't care what you're fucking into, if you're into hardcore gangster rap, if you're into just the fucking Kid Cudis of the world, it doesn't matter. You're white, you don't get a fucking right to say it. Bottom line. And hello, yes, I am black. So
Well, go talk to the black community.
Take my fucking
Guess what,
word.
Fancy? I guess there's friends of mine from Nova Scotia that would disagree with you that are black.
So I'm saying everybody walk on the face of the earth trying to judge the J-Rock. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But I ain't shook because motherfuckers try to take me out and stuff, but they can't, right? You know what I'm saying?
You're saying, know what I'm saying, too many times. 80 and 90 times? That's too many times. Once or twice is cool, but 80 or 90 times, man?
What are you from the department of know what I'm saying? You
Try it in Toronto. See how that works out for you.
Try that shit in a big city, boy.
Again, Patrick, I'm giving you
Can I just my take as a black woman?
I go to work, I strap my work boots on, right?
Any comments? Are we good to move on?
No, I have them on the big screen because I don't need to see their ugly faces. I could just hear it, but a lot of pants, a lot of snaps, a lot of mic drops. I haven't. I know white guys who say it to their homies, says Dizzy, not surprising.
That's the thing. If you say it within your friends and there's that respect, whatever, that's not it though. Like that's the point that Backwoods is the hill he's dying on. I can say it with my friends and then fuck off. Like there's a lot of shit you do with your close buddies doesn't make it okay. Whatever.
I encourage you to stick around because we do have a lot of like education that you might not have even thought of. So
And a lot of breakthroughs. We had people start the week thinking one way and end the week thinking a bit differently. So we have had change this week and true colors were shown. Yeah, so that's where it started. That's the live where this whole explosion started. And then we're going to move into
I didn't say it, but I hear it and it's no big deal. And to that, I just want to say as a white man, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. It wouldn't affect you one way or the other, honestly. I wouldn't expect you to feel a type of way about it.
And look around. Why is it all these white dudes that are so... This is the hill they're dying on. Like, what can we... Like, let's think about that.
Yep. And Kim can go get fucked. She thought that me coming in there was about her. Had nothing to do with her. Everybody wants to make everything about themselves. If I knew Apple would bother her, and then Fancy Pants is there, and Oreo, I don't look at that shit as like, oh, that's a super racist term. Because you get offended by it. Who gives a fuck? It's like... They can call you a cracker or fucking a honky. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No problem.
I'm tired of the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we know. Like, here's the thing. I know systemic racism is real. I know white privilege is real. Did I experience a lot of it because of monetary system type shit? No, because I had disadvantages in that way.
You still had white
maybe
privilege.
My white privilege experience ain't as good as somebody that had well-off parents, or maybe even two parents, or money left away for education. I'm pretty sure there's minorities out there that have had a lot more opportunity than me in my struggle.
Right? And that's not what white privilege is. Of course there's people that had a rough life as white and a great life as someone of color potentially, but that's not what white privilege is. It's you weren't held down because of the color of your skin. That's okay.
But here's the simple fact that you can't say that white people never struggled.
No one said
you
that.
You can't say that they never experienced racism.
We can say that.
What I'd like to see stop out of this, and since the left think I am irrelevant, I mean, I didn't mean to cause a shitstorm when I come back to TikTok, but hey, that's the beast of TikTok. I'm tired of people on this app not being genuine and it doesn't fancy, regardless of all this other shit. The shit you and the Schmitties do, man, is grotesque. It's fucking grotesque. Going on there and fucking making people look like shit, or jumping up, and the hypocrisy you jumping up, and the thing that I fucking thought was ironic was the same thing that you said when I was in that live, and I seen whole panel of white representing people calling out white men, cis white men, and they get offended over Apple, and then they try to bait me in with the N-word, and then you jump up and see a bunch of white representing people on your side, and that's what you got offended about? It's the same hypocrisy that I was fucking talking about to begin with. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's what I was offended about.
You're a bunch of sensitive fucking people.
I think. Sorry, what?
Said Dizzy. Dizzy says, so do I call Aboriginals racist because the way I was treated for being white? The answer is no. Racism, it has everything to do with power. It's not just discrimination and prejudice against your skin color. It is the power aspect of.
And that's what the racism part is. You can be discriminated against. People can be prejudiced against you, but white people do not experience racism. Look in a book. I know you want to. I know all you white guys want to feel this way somehow. You want to join the oppression club, but bitch, you're not in the club. You're on top.
It's one thing that you, unfortunately, can't take from us.
And Thomas Bishop in the house. It's 4 hours.
Yeah, I hope you got a long drive, buddy.
You are future. Anyway, Backwoods is calling everyone else sensitive all this whole time. And he created basically a whole shit tornado because he's sensitive around being white.
You said, when I was in that live and I seen a whole panel of white representing people.
Oh, sorry, I backtracked.
Calling out white men, cis white men, and they get offended over Apple. And then they try to bait me in with the N-word, and then you jump up and see a bunch of white representing people on your side, and that's what you got offended about? It's the same hypocrisy that I was fucking talking about to begin with. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's what I was offended about.
You're a bunch of sensitive fucking people.
I think you need to be.
I was offended about what they were talking about. Saying that all white fucking cis men are the fucking problem.
You're a bunch of sensitive fucking people.
I think you need to be.
At the end of the day, I was just trying to bring up stuff that happens in real life, and what happens on TikTok don't mean shit. Your opinions don't mean shit. Happens in real life, what I see in the real world, that means shit to me.
We'll talk to the black community.
I'm gonna listen to you if you keep calling me fucking cracker. Go fuck yourself.
You're not letting me finish what I gotta say. It's
That word has become essentially a slang term in society. When we look at rap music, movies, when we look at the culture, when we look at all the things around that word, it's been turned into a slang term. Now, it shouldn't have, but it was.
It's still used derogatorily.
Yeah, exactly.
But it should not be used at all. That's period by anybody, no matter what color your skin is. I know what you're saying, Joe.
Listen. So if a white person gets accused of dropping that word, what do black people say? Was it our PR? Right? They even know. It's so much in the lexicon of North American English right now that they're like, well, how did he say it? Right? Because there is a difference between that. If I was going to call you, I can look at it backwards and be like, yo, you're one crazy motherfucker. Right? But if I said you motherfucker, right, it has a completely different intonation to it. And
Sit the fuck down. We're not motherfuckers. Motherfuckers.
Oh, Dizzy, 55% of the chat says you are not oppressed. And the other 44 says you're not oppressed either.
Is he still going off?
I guess.
I don't know, like, for instance, what Backwoods was dealing with earlier, like, he was told to shut his white mouth by Fancy, and she's like, you're white, so you can't say that word. It's a bad word, and it's racist, and but she said because he's white, he can't use it. She should have just said, and anybody having this argument should just say, if they're gonna have that stance, it is a racist word, nobody should use it, period. But
shut your white mouth.
That wasn't said in that live. It was because you're white, you can't have this opinion, you can't say these things.
Here's the thing.
Never using the hard R anyway.
Just hold on, and I'll be honest with you. I'll use the fucking word if I want to. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Straight up, if I wanted to. There's no one that can control. There's no one that's gonna control what I say, what I think, or what I feel. And at the end of the day, I might just do it to piss you off. And what are you gonna do? Come burn a cross on my fucking lawn and come do whatever you want to do. Be counterproductive. You're just getting your feelings hurt. You're just, you know what I mean? It's all it is.
You're gonna say it, own it. Like they have no power, right? So if you're gonna do something or act a certain way or call something out or say something, own the shit. Because the second you show remorse is the second that they pounce on you. So if they caught you saying something that they think is fucked up, tell them straight to their face, I said what I fucking said. That shit.
Black supremacist.
Here's a fact.
They shut your fucking white mouths and
Okay, she's got it. Go.
Shall we? Your video was sent to me, and I went down the rabbit hole because I'm a bigger rabbit. But then I saw this.
Context, we've got Thomas Bishop calling out Lisa Bella with a watch party blind reaction. So that's kind of fun.
And I became very intrigued.
I was listening to white people talk over a black woman while she was trying to explain why the N-word is racist. Not a good look. Well, that's weird because I was watching human beings having a conversation. You saw color, not me. And I'm the racist? You don't have a problem at all with her saying, shut your white mouth. A black woman is speaking? You don't, that doesn't, not at all. That doesn't faze you. Why?
I never saw that either.
Just said,
I saw it.
Can you please shut up or shut your mouth for a second? I'm speaking. Why does she have to make it about race?
Because he would shut his white mouth.
Race to overpower his race and make it seem like she's superior, so she gets the floor. She doesn't get like extra coddling just because she's black.
That's what it all comes down to, right? Right? Extra coddling. Because she's black. I read your bio, the first video you put up there, that pinned video, and how you were really left-leaning until COVID happened, and then apparently you went down in the dark web, and all of a sudden you became Canadians' version of MAGA, I guess.
Ooh!
Yes!
Rainbow Mega!
So I already know intellectually you and I are not on the same page.
Yes, it is.
But I want to talk about
Yes,
that
better
idea
see.
of you, this person that you were talking about saw color, you saw character. And that this woman made it about race when she said, shut your white mouth, a black woman is talking.
The whole conversation was about race.
And somehow, you now feel like you're the victim of racism. Let you and I have a conversation, shall we?
That should be wrong
So
down
I'm going
the
to ask
string.
you a series of
I'm
questions.
duetting this shit.
Long one.
What is it about blackness that bothers you? What is it? I mean, you seem like the sort of person that would answer those questions, even though you'll do it under a filter. And I'm doing it with my own face, no filter, no magical dust-ups or nothing like that. This is me. Why does blackness bother you so much? Do you see some sort of unfair advantage? Do you think the world caters to blackness?
She's racist.
Why do you feel as though or you taking up for Caucasian people can experience racism? And how can that happen? Again, you seem like the sort of person that I could ask this question to. What does it mean for a white person to experience racism? And please, do not give me Merriam-Webster. Not unless you're going to give me both of those definitions. Because I know, much like a whole lot of other Caucasian people, you only give half the story
He's slamming
and
Lisa.
then run with it.
And he's
So-
giving Denzel.
First off, what is it about blackness that bothers you? What is it? You see, what people like yourself fail to understand is that is all anybody in a marginalized community can do. And I understand you got it from Martin Luther King, but that's okay. That's all we have. That's it.
We were blasting her, Smitty.
Character. That's all we got. And
Yes,
I'll explain
ma'am.
to you what I mean. You see, I have no idea about you. I don't. I have no damn idea about you. I don't know you from a can of paint. We've never met.
Yes, it's Inception. So they were live, and then Thomas Bishop dropped the video, so they all watched it together. So it's a blind reaction to the video with everyone live. But yeah,
Rolling around TikTok, y'all. sorry. You get caught up in a blind reaction. You know, people are always like, you don't hurt everybody. I'm like, bet. This shit's hilarious.
Yeah. Like it's
Just
a
like
good blind
funny,
reaction is nice.
racist, and I'll post it.
But that's why the sound is kind of off, because the absorbed one's iPad is moving around.
Life. So I have to go on what you do rather than who you are. I run into white people all day, every day, 24/7, 365. Here in America, it's kind of an impossibility not to. And every single one of them can be very, very nice or very, very racist. I have to wait until they open their mouth for me to find out. But not you.
Yeah, well, Auntie.
That goes back to question number one. What is it about blackness that bothers you? What advantage do you think
I think
have
Fluff
or
just
anyone
shared
else
this
has
video to
about
me.
being black? When that woman said, "Shut your white mouth," weren't you all trying to talk over the top of her? Weren't you?
Every one of you better go repost this man's video.
Yes.
Going to.
Oh,
absolutely.
Don't you think? She's trying to make a point. A whole bunch of people in there talking over her. And considering the fact she's the only black person on the panel with a bunch of white people, maybe she did mean that. Maybe she did.
Not all of us
Maybe
were
she
black.
meant, shut your white ass up so I can talk.
She did.
She's talking. As in, not so much
And we love her.
blackness, but the woman part. I'm trying to make a point. A whole bunch of people want to talk over me. So I'm going to remind you, I'm the only person here of color. Why does that bother you? You've been in those convoys, right? Right? The Canadian convoy. You mean to tell me you never once heard a bunch of white people saying something racist? Not one time.
You'll hear it tonight. You'll hear it tonight.
You're going to tell me a bunch of truckers who are all hopped up on MAGA. Not one time did you hear anything offensive. How come you're not at the convoy at Eagle Pass? Because I'm guaranteeing you'll hear some xenophobic slurs down there. Which brings me to study point number 2. Have you ever experienced racism? Have you?
She says yes.
Account is private.
I mean, dead ass serious. Have you ever experienced it? What was the example? Some black person excluded you from something. Why? Because again, all we have is content of character. That's all we can go on. That's it.
Somebody send this to Brock.
We have to wait until you say something before we have
And
to
backwoods, not Brock, sorry.
And you admit yourself, you are now a righty. So many things the country got wrong, and well, if you're already in those enclaves, you mean to tell me you've never heard anything racist? This is just a dialogue. I'm not even attacking you. I'm genuinely asking, what form of racism have you ever experienced?
Let's not forget she was racist towards Nick.
Ever had anybody burn something from
More
your
than
house?
one
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry. That's too far back, right? That's too far back, right? I am 6 feet tall and 255 pounds. I'll give you 255. I always did the description. One of the reasons I don't leave the house. Have you ever had that? Ever experienced that?
Did you have to catch that?
I haven't.
But I'm pretty sure you have experienced sexism, right? So you know it when you see it.
She did.
You know it when you see it. You've experienced sexism. Do you know racism when you see it? Have you ever experienced it to see it?
This is why you need to be anti-racist.
Okay, this isn't an attack. It genuinely isn't. Call this. You see, I think your heart may be in the right place, but you're really far off as far as your character is concerned. You now believe the idea that you can be a victim of something that has never affected you, something that you do not have a legacy of, something that nobody tells you about. Have you ever had to have the talk? You see, that's the thing. Those marginalized people that you swear up and down have so many benefits, which we don't, by the way. But those people that you swear up and down we have these benefits because we're black, please understand they're not benefits because they come with the knowledge that stereotypes will walk in front of us before we ever enter the room.
This is getting on Burn Book.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
Here you are.
Ever been told your communities are hell on earth filled with crack, drugs, and single mothers? That ever happened to you? Maybe you should take time, step back, and rethink what you're saying. Again, not an attack, simply an observation
It is
from one of those
Inception.
people that you think have a benefit that you don't. I wish you a very good day. Okay.
Oh man, that was dope, Mike. You're right, Mike. Let's fucking.
That was
go.
epic.
Kiss, that was beautiful.
I really like that creator. I followed him for quite some time, and I have learned and unlearned a lot. And
She's in the comments.
she's right. Oh,
She
My gym
is.
partner's here. My gym
and
partner's
and
here.
you know what?
Okay.
A lot of
Okay, bye, Nick.
There, guys.
Appreciate you.
bye.
Appreciate you guys too.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Canadian bells. Lisa Bella says, I said a million times that I don't condone the use of it. Why is no one hearing that part? But go off. Whatever gives you your views. Chrissy says, no, you said if they can use it, we can too. And no, Lisa, we can't. Try to listen to people who tell you why. Sailor says, yet you spent days condoning it, arguing about the use of it. Shut the fuck up already.
Do you realize, and I'm going to say this on a TikTok live, this is going to either get me banned or it's going to get me a lot of followers, but I really don't give a shit. Do you realize when the 5 points in New York, when people were coming over in the 1600s, do you know what Irish white people were called in New York?
I don't know exactly what they were called.
They were called white nicks. Do you know that?
I did not know that.
Well, then do your fucking history and go watch Gangs of New York. Go read about it. Go find out about the history.
I will.
I'm big on history. You want to know why? Because in a place like Nova Scotia, I've been impressed as a white person. I had to do my history to find out why. Well, then do your fucking history and go watch Gangs of New York. Go read about it.
This is the level of stupidity we're fucking dealing with. This is the level of fucking stupidity we're dealing with. He's in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. I've been to Halifax. Beautiful city, great people, love them. But he's talking about the oppression he's facing in Nova Scotia as a white man. He brings up the Irish when they first came over and how they were just as discriminated against as black folks because they were called white N-words, which is true. And then the Irish turned around and became part of the system. And his historical frame of fucking reference is Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York. You know that movie was fictional, right? You got to be motherfucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me. Bro. This is the level of stupidity that we have to deal with. This right here. This shit right here.
The way I died the
This
first time I watched
shit
it.
right here.
You didn't see this, Fancy?
No, I did, but the very first time, I was like on the phone.
This level of dumbass is the shit that we gotta play with every day. Every day. Biggest fucking day. Type in Gangs of New York true? Question mark. Answer. First fucking answer. Not based on a true story. I don't mind ignorance. But bold ignorance makes my nuts itch. I do not care if you do not know something. There are ways to learn things that you do not know about history. But when you are bold and stupid, I got a fucking problem with you. You are wasting our motherfucking era. This motherfucker said Gangs of New York. The fuck? In Gangs of New York, is Gangs of New York a true story? While events inspired the movie in the New York City of the 1860s, the movie is not based on a true story. The Gangs of New York, like many Scorsese movies, is an examination of organized crime in New York City. In essence, the movie is a vengeance drama. It was never cool to be, it was never sexy to be stupid. It really wasn't. There was nothing cool about being ignorant. Not one motherfucking thing. But some of y'all have seemed to forgotten that message. This is what happens with the dumbing down of the populace and the demonization of intelligence. You get motherfuckers saying, go watch Gangs of New York as a historical piece. Bruh, are you fucking kidding me? And y'all are really out here talking to us? Y'all have the...
Dizzy, you talking?
Y'all have the audacity to open your mouth in the presence of people with education. Let me tell you something, buddy. They treated the Irish like shit when they came over. Duh, I know that. And then the Irish turned around and assimilated and became white. Let me tell you something. You need to watch Gangs of New York. That's a historical piece. Man, if you get the fuck off, I hit you with the motherfucking... Get out of here. Why are we talking? Why? How do you even justify speaking to us? In any way? How do you justify opening your mouth in the presence of people like me? How? You've got to be fucking kidding me. This motherfucker said, go watch Gangs of New York. Oh my goodness gracious, Lord. Woo, buddy. How come you don't, and this is a fucking idiot that loves him some Jesus. How come you never tell people to go watch The Last Temptation of Christ, which is a Martin Scorsese film? Oh, you ain't ready for that, huh? Jesus had the hots for Mary Magdalene. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all not ready for that. That's blasphemy, right? But using Gangs of New York as a historical piece, are you fucking kidding me? Again, I do not have a problem with somebody not knowing something. I am all for education and elevation. I am 100,000% behind the idea of, I didn't know that, let me go learn. I have no problem with that. But when you don't know a motherfucking thing, you're like, I don't know anything. Take the bass out your goddamn voice and put your chest back in. The fuck is wrong? Oh my God, this man said Gangs of New York as a historical piece. Lord Jesus, are you fucking kidding me? But you have the nerve, the gall even, to want to debate with somebody. If you don't sit your ass down, if you don't sit your motherfucking ass down, I'm like Chisel the Dunn. Shout out to him. Put your motherfucking head back down. The fuck? I told y'all, there should be a tax. There should be a tax. A stupid tax. If you, with your limited knowledge, but large balls, decide that this is the time to say some shit to anybody with intelligence, there should be a tax. When you're proven to be not just utterly wrong, but fucking incredibly wrong, you should have to pay something for wasting everybody's motherfucking time. This motherfucker.
I just want to do a quick poll. If you agree with what Thomas Bishop is saying, obviously we can laugh about it.
You watch Gangs of New York.
A poll for if you agree with what he's saying or you like it? Okay. Do you want to do a song after this poll? After this?
Yeah.
Okay.
To watch one of Daniel Day-Lewis's best performances that did not get an Oscar? I can watch My Left Foot. I can watch Lincoln. The fuck? You just sort of motherfucker to watch The Last Mohicans to really think that actually happened. Out here watching the cartoon Pocahontas is like, that's exactly what happened. If you don't sit your silly ass down, man, I'm telling you, dumb, bold people should not be allowed to talk to motherfuckers. You should have to have an IQ test to say some shit to some people. Like that ass. You don't like a goddamn thing I say. I'm gonna challenge Thomas to Bill. I'm gonna tell you Thomas to Bill it. I'm sick of his mouth. I'm gonna debate him. Okay. Pull up your motherfucking your IQ scores. Or better yet, don't even do that because I don't want to embarrass you. Is Gangs of New York a historical fucking movie? The damn sure is. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Take your ass on. You shouldn't be allowed to speak to me after that. The fuck? This man really said Gangs of New York. Bold dumb is a disease. Gangs of New York is a historical movie. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm just
Were you typing to me, Fancy Pants?
I sent you 2 song choices. They were giving the energy of Thomas Bishop, these song choices. I was starting to
which
write
one?
them
Sorry.
down. 'Cause the last time I dug through my phone, I fucking almost lost you guys. Don't want to do that tonight.
Okay, which one? Which one do you want?
Well, there's the one that I showed you last night that you said was like funny with the good insults, or
I can't be. I can't. Okay, I can't be looking anything up. This was in the playlist.
they are in the playlist.
Okay, perfect.
She always gets mad at me, guys.
No, I was confused. I just can't. I was just letting you know I can't go anywhere else.
I'm here to work this.
Hospen. Hospen?
Hopson or Bad Man Federation by Popcorn, which is the most badass song I've ever heard, and I was in Jamaica when I heard it. Popcorn is
Okay,
my
look out.
favorite artist.
Okay, let's go that one.
Let's go that one. My husband doesn't believe me, but my son is named after Popcorn. That's how he got his name, because I wanted to know his real name. So, you're welcome, Internet.
Playing.
So this one's for you, Thomas Bishop.
Send money to Jamaica, straight to your loved one's Visa debit card, so they can have money quickly.
Sponsor us.
What am I doing? What am I say? We run about here. Fourth generation is a bad man federation. Tell some fool all a meditation before them a feel definition. Tree West, never said Britain, better than Satan. Unruly, fix things. Big machine gun flip things. Unruly, no heal and they mix things. See me with the K, I know say I quick things. Fix things. Banana clip fixings. Unruly, no heal and they lip things. Them a broomstick a fly back and clip wings. Drive with the rifle in a me van black. Can defeat me with a one Glock. When you see the rifle with the telescope and tap, you know a fourth generation that. Fi kill people, I don't love that. We skull steamy and run a Dutch path. Run out everything out of the clutch back. More friends in body afraid fi touch that. Bad man go circle them black. Boy body drop when me burst in the map. Yeah, ball fly out when bullet contact. This is a killing contract. Send boy go dove cat. And if I know them boy they love chat. Mercy, I want do some spread me a boy we ready for the eclan catch and then me fix things. Big machine gun flip things. And bully no heal and the mix things. See me with the K and you know say I quick things. Fix things. Banana clip fixings. And bully no heal and the lip things. Them a don't see the fly back and clip wings. Trenton, I know nothing to go fix them. Them things will fix them. Anything goes with this with them. Now just boy girl and freak them. Boy can't violate no man and me pay money real float and stink up in late. Rifle a bust your head and up plating. And when zombie asleep don't wake him.
Couple questions. What are they saying? And what is the name of that song without cheating in the chat? And is that in your cassettes?
Check your cassettes, Darren, for that one. All right, let's get back into it. Everyone's ready? Okay, so that was... This is Later That Night.
Congratulating you on making top of the pyramid this week.
I don't even know what the pyramid is.
I think it's
been researching like ever since I seen that, and I'm finding two different stories everywhere. I've been searching Irish sites, European sites, Scottish sites, American sites, and there's two different stories.
So, are you claiming that people are racist against you because you're Irish?
I'm also allowed to do race jokes because I'm half Irish, the true slaves. Yo, is there anything funnier than Irish people trying to get in on it? There's always one guy that'll be like, just so you know, Irish people were slaves, and you're like, you should tell people that. Get that opinion out there on the internet. Finding out Irish people might have been slaves is kind of like finding a counterfeit bill where you're like, you think I can use this for something? And people are like, you can try.
That's cool. I might go on another break again for another month.
Yeah,
I'll just come back to wreck shit. I'll just come back to wreck shit for a couple days and leave.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't think the way that they handled that live with you was the most productive way to go about things, especially if you're trying to change your mind to convince
Really?
you of something. Sitting there yelling
mean
cracker at you over and
call
over
me a
probably isn't
redneck,
the best
call me a
idea.
cracker and everything? Yeah.
Yes and no. There's a little bit of a different impact and history behind the words and the usage of the words, but at the same time, it's not a productive way to convince somebody of something.
I can get the N-word being controversial, and people might not understand the term endearment in a social setting with a small group of people, and that you grew up with them. That's cool. If you don't understand that, you don't understand it. If you're looking at the oppression of that in the history, especially in America, I get that that's a controversial thing, especially when you're talking about skin color. I just don't get the apples and all these like words, like these fruits that we keep using, like these food items, and making that a serious thing. I don't get it.
You guys think you're smarter than me, and who fucking knows? Maybe you are. One thing I know is when you're growing up, you gotta fucking do illegal shit once in a while, have a bit of fun, and mature into a better person. If you go to jail, you learn a fucking lesson, and you don't go to jail after that. You know, your thoughts might be better than mine, but I have thoughts going around in my head too about different thinkings and brain things that you can use and doing different things, and I think I know what's best for my daughter. So fuck off and let me fix the brakes for my daughter, and then I'll help you with the hash. You guys don't always know what's best. My fucking thoughts have feelings of their own too sometimes. Ricky, what are you talking about?
I don't understand. I never will.
Okay, but I mean, even if you don't get it, the whole thing is like, it's like if I tell you, okay, my mother's dead.
Okay, in the chat, sorry. I'm British and the Irish suffer racism, but it would be like discrimination or prejudice. Those are different nations, they're not different races. Countries and are not races.
And then your response to me telling you that is to constantly tell me, your mother's dead, your mother's dead, your mother's dead, you know, trying to use that as a gotcha sort of thing. That's not really a good thing to be doing. And so like when somebody's told you like, hey, I find apple to be offensive to me, and then you start going, oh, apple, 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 apple.
Yeah, but
it's the same thing to me as if you're bringing up my dead mother.
Are we got to a point where we're oversensitive though in society? Like we're a little too oversensitive.
This guy's
Brown
sensitive.
person or a black person telling me go fuck yourself, you redneck. Well, then I might punch you in the fucking mouth.
Well, isn't redneck literally referring to somebody who works outdoors because you know they are maybe a more simple person? They work on the farm or something like that, so their neck is red from being outside.
But it has changed because now it's an identifying factor, and it's identifying the same way the N-word does. So depending on the
okay, but you're identifying a group with a term that's related to their employment status versus slave.
Yeah, so redneck's identifiable. You can wear sunscreen and avoid that, but I don't think anyone's out here looking at 4 rednecks going, oh, that guy can't come to the bar. This guy's got a red neck. Are you fucked?
Not really.
You know, those are
it's changed. Really like you guys keep telling me how words adapt.
It's also
and
employment,
things
isn't it?
change, right? It's the same with that. It has changed because now it is a social status.
Being a slave is
and
not
a racial,
employment, Mike.
And a racial slur. So like things can adapt to a racial slur over time. And I find redneck more offensive than cracker or honky.
All right, so backwards, you just said that if someone called you a fucking redneck, you punch them in the fucking teeth. But you use racial. No, shut the fuck up for a second. Backwards.
Shut the fuck
up for a second. Backwards. Let him talk. Listen. If backwards doesn't want to be called a fucking redneck, why is he running around calling people Oreos and apples? It's the same shit. By his logic, it's the exact same shit. So why does he get to dictate that we can't call him a redneck, but he can go around calling people apples and Oreos?
You just got him, bro.
I was kind of like if you're hanging out with a bunch of Klan members, you can go and wear a white robe walking around. But if you're going to go downtown wearing that same white robe, you're going to get some looks.
Exactly.
Like that's basically your argument. It's just weird because it's like you seem to have an understanding that using the word in the way that you're defending using it is inappropriate. But so long as the people you're around are willing to accept this inappropriate behavior, it's fine.
Because
it's like,
they have
again, if you're going around robbing houses,
they have a different opinion than what you have.
Back for
Do you
themselves,
understand that? Like, is that a hard
well, no, I understand. I understand what it.
I see what happened here.
I understand what it is you're trying to say and what your argument is.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it comes across. Let's say you know it's not socially acceptable to do this behavior in general around other people, but because you have a small group that accepts it,
Welcome back to TikTok.
it's suddenly like.
Go take another break.
that's
Go
it,
hang out with
same
your
public.
racist friends, bro. Not much wrong, but you're on TikTok saying it, so it's like Yeah, and I don't
you're,
give
like,
a fuck what people think on
you're like
TikTok.
creating a
At
support
the end
group
of the
where
day,
Yeah,
when
you
I
do.
fucking die, do you think I care
I want to
if you
say
guys
the
judge me?
N-word
Do you think I
support
care?
group.
Do you think I care if you judge
Well, I think that's the crux of the issue right there, is that you don't care what other people think and feel. Which, I mean, do you if you want to do you, but that's the individualistic sort of you that.
I don't know, man. I got a hard time fucking
Get better, Backwoods.
sending to people on here.
Just get better.
I know you do, and I think you're very reactionary. Like, you want to do that oppositional sort of behavior where, like, somebody tells you not to do something, you want to do it.
That's a good observation. Do you think it's more, and this is just a question, and it could come from ignorance, because I don't look into other places in Canada. I'm not one of them, and this is an admission on my account. I don't do all the research that half of the fucking people on TikTok, because I feel, and this is just a bias, I feel like a lot of people think that they're going to save it by sharing and making everybody aware, and I'm just busy working and trying to keep my head out of over water, doing shit with my kids and not divulging all my time to TikTok sometimes or whatever.
Samesies.
So I don't look up a lot of stuff, but
When you don't know a motherfucking thing, it's like, I don't know anything. Take the bass out your goddamn voice and stick your chest back in.
If they're not in the comments and they're not in the live, we don't bring them up. I'm done with that.
Okay, later that night, we got the Darren live. Some of you guys have seen clips. This is a bit of a longer form of Darren's live. Are we good to continue? Rough. This one's rough. Maybe a dance after this one.
Fuck them.
I will put this out there right now. You play some NWA, I will sing it word for fucking word. With the
I
fucking
don't give a
word, I
fuck.
will fucking
Listen, I sing it
Let's
the
go.
way the artist
Let's
fucking wrote it. I don't give a shit. I've been fucking listening to fucking rap since I was fucking a child. My little guy
fucking invented rap. Fucking throw some NWA on.
We invented rap, that guy said.
Okay, but
I'm
where
not even joking.
where the fuck did this Apple shit come from? Because I woke up this morning and I opened up my thing.
Oh, I heard that
and
too.
everywhere it's like apples are racist. I'm what? What?
Yeah, I heard about that too. I was wondering about that myself. I just didn't want to ask anybody.
Smart.
Watermelons are a fair game now.
Yeah, but
Apparently
just stay the fuck away
pineapples
from the
are
grape
not allowed
drink.
anymore.
Stay away from the grape drink. Like, I don't get this. I don't understand what's going on.
It's because there's no black.
I have no idea. I see no correlation
I
between
heard
apples
was a
and
crazy
anymore.
motherfucker with a bat and a gun. I didn't hear Apple in any of that. So, like, where did that come from?
Right?
Darren, I literally just sang that song word for fucking word. And
I know you did. I know
I'm a
you
white
did,
guy,
but your
and,
fucking
like,
entire
we're
screen
going over
froze.
like fucking 600
Listen,
times.
listen, you're.
He said it
everybody
600
did
times.
freeze when he was singing.
You were glitching hard. All we heard is.
I don't know.
It was more like gluck, but whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Oh, fuck, thank you for this, guys. I needed this.
Why does that look like your armpit?
Everybody's gonna play. Not next time.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
Trucker makes the point. Trucker makes the point. Read the comment. Because they're red.
Do the Darren.
Do the Darren.
Now it's working.
Yeah.
Is this what white culture is?
Man, that's so old, eh? Remember when that first came out?
Dude, I was in fucking junior high school the first time I heard them. You wanna know what? Listen. Okay. You stop. You fucking stop.
You guys watched a documentary on that?
Just wait.
Great.
Just wait. I'm gonna take all of you back to before that album. Ice-T, Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck.
Oh,
Ice-T was the fucking dog back then. Before these motherfuckers came out with Fuck the Police, Ice-T had LGBNF. And then my dad caught me with the fucking cassette deck and the Walkman, and he fucking put it in his holster, and he's like,
Still has that Walkman, by the way.
"Where did you get this fucking N-word music?"
From the fucking
From my friends at school, Dad. I know more about fucking rap music and black culture than fucking Fancy Pants will ever fucking know, and she's half black. But she wants to give fucking Backwoods a conversation about racism because he likes rap music? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the piece of
fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I don't give a fuck what color that
Just
fucking
because
cunt
you're-
is, but she's absolute fucking cunt.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys
absolute Again, call her trash, but are we gonna get racist about it? Perhaps not. But go ahead. Hey. Oh.
Sorry for the noise.
Bullshit's going on.
Hey.
So
I was listening to rap
Lisa
music
Bella or
and
Canada
fucking
Bella or
black
whatever.
music before she was even fucking born.
She's been getting attacked by this fucking Thomas Bishop dude.
I don't care. She fucking deserves it.
Well, did you guys know that Darren is half black?
Who?
Darren.
No offense. The Canadian Bella. That fucking.
But the thing is, though, Darren got fucked over hardcore because he's only black from the waist up.
Yeah, like
I'm only black from the fucking belt down. Green Granny, what's up? We're just going through all the Canadian songs that are rooted in black history. Not one of them mentions an apple anywhere in any one of them. I still don't understand this apple fucking shit. But I'll tell you what.
Ask him one now.
I'll tell you what. Nova Scotia has got the very first fucking Canadian black community, and Backwoods just showed the history.
Yep.
And they still want to say that we're fucking racist.
Yep.
We're not racist.
You know what? I'm not racist.
We know more about black history than the black people in Canada, so fuck them.
Darren, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally.
I fucking hate people.
Amen.
You.
What's it about?
So what are you talking about then?
So tell us.
Great. Let's mute this shit. Okay, what are you talking about? Red on the outside, white on the inside. No, you got it backwards, you dumb fuck. So anyways, when we all ended the live, did we all go watch fucking Backwoods' video? Because that's what I did.
Yes.
I totally did. That was absolutely awesome.
I've never heard that song before.
Now, when people start talking about fucking racism in Canada, it really fucking disgusts me, because honestly, the only racism Canada has had in the last fucking 100 years has always been directed towards the natives.
Yeah.
We did some
Black
pretty shitty
community
stuff to
was
the.
always accepted. So when little fucking trolls that are half like mulatto bitches that don't even fucking understand the history of Canada, but they like to sit there and make fucking burn book pages and this shit pages, and they want to try to talk to a guy like Backwoods like he's racist.
Oh my
God. That really fucking upsets me. You know, because
Okay, right. And at this point,
upset.
At this point, Fancy Pants has only joined that one live one time to explain the N-word for 5 minutes? Like, that's the only thing you've done so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think there may have been a clip from that live circulating from Lisa Bella, perhaps.
Where she called you a racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. She posted the whole thing, including your explanation of why black people can say it, but white people can't. And then she called you a racist.
Yeah. So
yeah.
either people saw the live or they saw that video, and then we be drinking. It's Beyonce. Darren.
They like to call me a fucking cunt and an asshole, and I'm a dick, and yeah, I fucking am.
They're not.
So why?
Backwoods
be that way.
Backwoods has more fucking knowledge in his left fucking toe than that girl has about black history in Canada. She cannot fucking even touch him on the knowledge he has on hip hop, rap music, nothing.
It's only when it affects them or it fits their narrative that they cry racism. When it's about
Are you black?
I played an original Ice-T fucking song tonight that is older than any song Backwoods ever played. He probably doesn't even know that song. I've been listening to fucking
Darren's
hip-hop
blacker than
40
Backwoods.
plus
He's
years.
blacker than you.
Because he's old as fuck, apparently. That's the.
I am not.
Because he listens to hip hop on cassette.
My brother-in-law is fucking black. My nieces are half black, half Indian. I'm part Indian, French, and German. But I'm racist.
Right?
There's no fucking way. My best friend's a fucking squaw, motherfucker. I'm racist.
Not a squaw.
You got your fucking card. You're a squaw now.
No, a squaw's a female.
I'm allowed to call you that because you're my best friend. Fuck you.
I am.
My fucking children.
Yep.
Okay. Can we just look at who's in the box and just fucking squash this?
Yes.
Motherfucking Red. I think that's where this narrative of that word being said around you by a close friend, I think that's where this is coming from.
Because she said a leftist her that, but like
And
she
you
said
didn't
it.
really speak up, even when it was redirected that no, it's a woman. Any women?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And we'll get there, like we'll get to where she complains about that, but like I have not seen or heard like any of the leftists who called her that. This is the only time I've ever heard this word this whole week was from Darren.
Carrying on.
And are fucking native and French and German like me. But I'm racist. Like, you guys can take your apples, jam them up your fucking cooters, and shut the fuck up.
And moan. Oh, yeah.
Mary said Backwoods and Jimmy were racist. Mary is a fucking Palestinian who fucking hates Canadians. I said everything I need to say right there.
Like, we all just need to stop with like the labels and
everybody needs to stop with the fucking labels.
Wait. Okay, that subject's dead. Now let's move on because it's bringing down our live. We were all.
This jam is amplified. Who is it?
Backbone
Did I just hear the dust come out?
Listen to every word I say, every verb you heard I place.
I don't think any of us are ready, Darren.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about black history in Canada, right?
How does that make you know anything?
This ain't a game, I'm on a mission. Call me a hip-hop tic-tac.
Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, shit.
I like watching
Serena's gonna come in here and make me feel bad about myself again.
Oh, Serena, you're here.
I'm passionate. I mean
Serena,
what I say, and I
it's
say
you.
what I mean, and
Why are you so passionate? I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I'm loud.
Wait a minute. Backwoods, you posted a video, unless this is a fake account. You posted a video blocking us. What are you doing here? Follow through with your own words, sir. You blocked us.
Good.
I'm passionate.
passionate. So what? You don't apologize for who you are. You just deal with it. That's it.
Yeah, but
Not everybody's gonna
I've
appreciate
been
it. Not
apologizing
everybody's
for
gonna
who I
like it.
was.
But you know what, Darren? This is the thing, though. You are the only one who has to have an accountability to it. It's your responsibility to hold yourself to the highest accountability. Always. You have to keep growing. Always. But you don't stop being you. You don't stop being you. You just do it better every day. That's it. Be loud. Be passionate. Be assertive. Be all the fucking things, because that's what we need. Good night, everybody.
That's a big fucking 10-4 trucker. Serena, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Yeah, that's all why I asked you what your process and I have a firewood process and I burn firewood in my house.
You.
My house.
Thank you. Hey. How do you confuse a black guy on fucking Father's Day?
Oh.
Put his welfare check in his work boots.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, and it needs to stop. This isn't a place to do it. And if this is what people are going to do to be a creator on this fucking app, then they need to get canceled. Because that's not an avenue people should fucking take. And I don't like really talking in absolutes, but I'm sorry, I gotta put my foot down on this one. I'm gonna call you out if you're being a racist son of a bitch. Yeah, who the fuck wants to use that word? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think any of like you guys, I don't think it makes sense to any of you guys. So why are we even using it? Why are we trying to push that envelope? Even if you're gonna be a rapper and you're not a black guy, you can't use the fucking word, all right? Sure, Eminem's gotten away with it. Dr. Dre gave him a hall pass. He doesn't use it more than once.
Jimmy won't go to Animals Live.
But
Jimmy won't
how much more are you
face
gonna cancel that?
Aminal.
I think Eminem said it once. One time, and it was like, mental health does not give you excuses to be racist.
Mental health doesn't give
You
you an
never said it on
excuse to
track?
be racist.
I could have swore there was one recording of it, but I want to move on. So, I mean, he's even got his wits about it. Good for him if he hasn't done it. All right? Good for him. Because, I mean, listen, I'm not saying anyone's justified in doing this, but if Eminem ain't using it, then you aren't fucking using it. Right? That's pretty easily understandable, right? Yeah, but that's the thing, man. You go outside those black friends and drop it. It ain't acceptable. That's what I'm saying. There's no hall pass. And you might be comfortable with saying the word amongst your group of friends, but coming out here on the internet and saying it and double downing it on it, that ain't right. That ain't right. Like if you're a racist prick, you can leave that shit at home. Essentially, is what I'm saying. You don't need to be coming online with all your bullshit rhetoric and fucking making people feel shitty because you're using these terms. But all right, I got you.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14 they placed him in charge of a trading charter.
And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside,
Get your pants in the chat.
To be a part of, the brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter.
Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. A man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send it to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from which you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait.
When he was 10, his father split full of it, debt ridden. 2 years later, see
Moved in with a cousin, my cousin committed suicide. Left him with nothing but ruined pride. Something new inside a voice saying, Alex, you gotta think for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead, destitute, without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford. Scared for every book he can get his hands on. Planning for the future, see him now as he stands on the bow of a ship heading for a new land.
Look at the fans.
New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can just too ready. New York, you can just too ready. Just you wait. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. I'm waiting in the wings for you. Waiting in the wings. You never back down. You never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. America sings for you. Will they know what you overcame? Will they know you broke the game? See if you can spot him. Another dream up and coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his wreck from America forgot him. We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
Boom. Boom. Okay. This is the next part. So we saw Darren drunk as fuck at night. He was saying because he listens to rap and he's old as fuck that he is blacker than Fancy Pants. Okay? Not sure how that works, but that's the logic we're dealing with. Now we're moving on to Isaac, which is that morning. Obviously he's still alive, so we're cock-a-doo-doo-doo the next morning. What are we, like Tuesday now? Maybe even Monday still.
I'm not calling him out, so I called him out, and there was a TikTok scientist was like coming in with all the talking points and shit, and I'm just like sitting there just like, only reason we're talking about this backwoods is because you want to say the N-word.
Oh man.
Why are we gonna talk about this? I'm like, because you want to talk about it.
You know, whether I agree with it or not, if you're going to have a solid stance on that, you should be able to have that solid stance and be prepared for the backlash and stand your ground on it. I mean, it's not the hill I'm going to die on, but you know what I mean? If that's the hill you're going to die on, like, you got to be prepared for that backlash.
He's like, man, why am I a bad person? And I'm like, well, okay, you're not a bad person because you have racist friends. I have racist friends too. And it's just, you're one of them. And he's just like, how am I racist?
I think if you have that position, or if that's like your stance, I think you kind of maybe possibly come to terms with people aren't going to agree with it. So.
Well, the thing about it, though, is he left the app for like a month, right? Mm-hmm. So then it kind of just looks like he went and hung out with his friends for a month, and they were like all super racist. And then he's like, man, what's wrong with having racist friends?
Oh, right.
It's okay, backwoods.
Backwoods. How are they racist?
I mean, why is he coming back to TikTok all like, man, I want to say the N-word.
Sorry, yes, backwoods. I got Isaac's freak out, and I also have yours, but it's like still 2 hours away or so.
The N-word when I'm with my friends. I'm like, yeah, that was our conversation.
Oh, I can imagine.
I don't want to have the conversation.
Oh, man. I don't think he's racist.
Had to play the annoying liberal role.
Hey, Lisabella.
How's Isabella?
Sorry for getting worked up.
See, this is what you should have done before you made videos about me. We would have been fine.
And I don't think it's like, I understand getting worked up. My thing is like, you know what I mean? Like, it's already into a situation and stuff. I think if you're wanting to like make the point, and I don't know how to say this in a really nice way. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be a little bit more calmer, because then people are just like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on and whatnot. And then no one actually listens to like the point that you're actually trying to say. And you know what I mean? And they just remember like, you know, what's coming out of your mouth and how like you're responding. And that was my only point.
That's why when I get worked up, I never try making an actual point. I just like stay worked up, and then it gets fun.
Yeah, but then that's how you end up on the pyramid, Isaac.
It's fucking TikTok. Like, getting mad at my chat is like my favorite pastime. So.
Like, there's people that live in people's towns, and anyways, it's not just TikTok for some people. I know some people can just turn it off and they can move along with their lives. but other people have messes to clean up because of those people who just trolley along. So let's keep in mind that like you could actually be causing a huge mess for somebody off the app. Like if I turn this app off and I go outside, I still have to fucking deal with it. It's not the same thing as you.
Lisa Bella.
But are you bully with us, or is it just that one particular
Is that our fault?
situation?
Well, it's picked up more now because of what's gone on with you guys accusing me of being dosed.
No, I would say that it actually slowed down.
No, Isaac, I'm actually living this experience right now, so you don't really get a say. None of you do.
I would say that if you're gonna bring your real life problems onto TikTok, then
I actually didn't. I didn't bring this up.
So hold on. She says this is her lived experience. You guys don't get a say on it. Not you though, Fancy Pants. Not you. You don't get to speak on your life. She still wants you to shut up. You don't get to say that, but that's your lived experience. Okay, bitch.
She'll
get into that soon. Fancy Pants.
Oh, sorry.
Why don't you just stay in the comments and not tell me when I should and shouldn't talk?
I don't think his skin color should have anything to do with it. You just say shut your mouth. Why do you have to say shut your white mouth? Why does his skin color have to be brown?
She's racist. Fancy Pants is racist. No, it's fucking fine.
She is. Yeah,
She's allowed to
but it is
it's a
racist.
meme at this point. It's a
No,
meme.
it doesn't matter.
It's
Reverse
fine.
that. Say
it back to her. Say it
Guys,
back to her then.
I'm
Say it
not-
back to her.
I'm not
Say it
fucking
back to
saying
her.
that.
Reverse.
She
is racist. Say it back to her in the
I'm
reverse
not
then.
gonna get offended from what Fancy Pants is.
I didn't think so.
She's allowed to be sassy.
If Fancy Pants can say shut your white mouth and it not be racist, then it's not racist if someone says Fancy Pants shut your black mouth.
Yeah, but it's a
They
meme.
want
It's
black
a
people to
meme.
be out like they're
She's
helping
memeing.
their victims and they're not. They're strong people. They have the same opportunities that they want.
Memeing, yo. She's memeing. She's been saying that exact
It's still
same thing.
racist. It doesn't
She
matter.
said it
It's
so
still
many-
racist. So what if I did that?
Oh, no.
Saying it,
Oh,
it's still racist.
So if I said something racist and I go, well, I'm memeing, it's okay?
You guys have an impression king.
No, it's a double standard.
It is a double standard.
It doesn't matter.
Racism is racism. It does
Oh,
matter.
but you guys don't give a
call me
fuck
racist,
about. You guys don't give a fuck about you guys being racist. You're like,
I'm
I
not
want to
racist.
be
Who the
racist.
hell is racist? Nobody's
Then-
racist here.
We're not racist. We're not racist.
So I'm gonna put my 2 cents in because I will say that I do agree with Lisa Bella and doses, but for me at the same time, if Fancy Pants was like, Lindsay, shut your white mouth, like I wouldn't take offense to it though as well. Like that I would, but that's just me though. I would just
having
kind
a
of
discussion with you about racism, and you're talking about racism, and then she goes, "Shut your white mouth. I'm a black woman. I can speak."
No, I get it. I
Got
totally
you.
get it.
Now
But
you're upset.
I don't know. I'm
She
like,
just trolled you good there. Now
I'm not
you're
upset.
upset.
I'm just saying,
Maybe
like,
she'll explain it to you.
Lindsay, you would
I don't
probably
know. Like, let's just have her not explain it. She can just sit in the comments.
She could, but now
You don't get to
guys
sit with
are getting
us.
all the
You don't get to
attention
sit with
on it.
us.
Yeah, she's already explained it.
I get what you guys are saying, but I don't know. It just wouldn't. I wouldn't let that comment like get to me. I don't know.
But if you were being called a
It seems
racist,
like a trap. It
if
seems
you
like
were
a
being
trap.
called a racist, and then when you spoke your mind, and you're being called a racist, even though you're not being racist, or maybe other people think you are, and someone comes up and says, "Shut your white mouth,"
Sounds
you'd be
a
like,
trap.
"Okay, well
It
that's."
sounds like a trap.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. I can't get over that. I haven't watched this clip. I just threw it in because I put it in where you wanted it. But how is she saying like her and Doses are sitting up there with their red team or were whatever their red team and Lindsay's there blue team. They're at full on war. They're at war. They're chilling. And they're like, you can't come up though. You can't come up and explain the. And then they're like, oh, this is wild, this one.
I'm pretty sure I said I actually have to get to work, so I don't actually have 7 hours to sit with Lisa Bella in a live today, but maybe another time.
Yeah, and like, how many times, like, say you go up there and make it like the 20th appearance of the, I mean, you probably only made a few appearances this week, but like, say you go up there, say the same fucking thing, like, there's no point of talking.
Eventually PETA gets called when you beat a dead horse so much, right?
Yeah, and all she wants is her own thing anyway. I want these discussions. No, bitch, you just want to say your same shit again and again. We got it. You feel racism as a white guy. Sure, whatever.
Doesn't it sounds like they won with the reaction that you're having?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it
to be
wasn't
honest,
towards me.
no, and
Like kind of Lisa Bella.
It's racist. It's just racist. Racism, by definition, is discrimination and prejudice based on race.
Who made the race? Oh, we got a def. Hold on. We got a definition. Is it flipped around or is it right? Do I need to read it? Are we good? Fancy Pants, you're muted. You're muted.
Racism is the system that allows. Stop moving. Back up.
Sorry, I was trying to go with you.
No, don't do that. Racism is the system that allows a racial group that is already in power to retain power. That fucking read the rest, but like that is the most important part.
The power, guys. Come on now. Quit it. It's enough. It's enough with the white sadness, okay? It's enough. Okay.
No, for sure. And I'm not saying it's right on either side or anything like that. I actually agree with you. I just, for me, if that comment came to me, like it wouldn't, I honestly wouldn't be all up in arms on it. I'd probably not even address it, to be honest.
No,
I might say like a
more.
comment of being like, okay, so it's cool for you. Okay. But I don't think I would, like.
In which case, Lindsay is saying, sure, she agrees with Lisa Bella, but the impact of like, shut your white mouth, I don't feel that impact as if I told Fancy that, it would be putting her down. Where if she told me that, I wouldn't, it doesn't affect me at all. Like, yeah, shut my stupid white mouth. Who cares?
For me, like Lindsay might read and she definitely understands definitions.
Yeah.
All up in arms over it.
It was a discussion that was being had on another live, and I was like, okay, well, this discussion's having, it's a good debate to have.
Yeah.
If the N-word is racist, no one should use it. And what?
Sorry, again, and then Lisa Bella made a video saying hashtag debate, let's fucking go. And then as things fucking went, she was like, no. So that's also what happened. She came out, no one invited her to this fight, and she's like, I'm fighting this. And she took it on.
I was really frustrated in this live. That's why I was typing so much, because she kept saying that the discussion was on racism, but the discussion that I'm talking about was the N-word. So that's not, that racism is like a topic. And then there's the N-word. So me as a black woman, say it, everybody. Say it. Everybody say it. Shut your white mouth.
I'll add bitch, because we're women.
He was saying is that within his friend group, in the people that he knows, they mutually say it to each other because it's okay with the people that he knows. And he made it very clear that he wouldn't just go up to random people and say it to them. And then they twisted it to make it out like he just walks around calling people the N-word, and that's not the case. And then Fancy came up to say, shut your white mouth.
Well, I mean, he did.
So it's like, I don't know what happened before and after. I was just viewing what I was seeing in that moment.
I don't know anything.
And the way that I see it is if you're going to come up and tell someone to shut their mouth, you shouldn't have to bring their skin color into it. Just say, shut your mouth. I'm trying to speak. Not shut your white mouth. I'm a black woman.
The thing is,
then you've made it about race now.
Okay, but with the whole the whole backwoods thing, right?
It was a black discussion.
I like to say it in private.
His friends, though.
Yeah.
And then, but then
that's where the conversation.
What's said in private conversations. Everyone says shitty things in private conversations. They shouldn't be put out there. That's what Fancy and Smith
He
were
was
saying.
the one that took his private conversations and was like, "Yeah, I like to say the N-word."
No, that's not what he said. Actually, that's not.
I'm paraphrasing, but
then that's what's going to get. But Isaac, people listen to that and they think that's exactly what he said.
A term of endearment with his black friends. A term of endearment with his black friends.
Amongst his black friends, the people he knows, has mutual respect with. If they don't have a problem with it within that group of people, then he can use it within that group of people.
What if 3 people don't have a problem with it and then one does?
If it's a racist word, not one single fucking person should use it, no matter what color your skin is, and I've been standing by that this whole time. Just saying, if it's racist,
you don't get to. You don't fucking get to, bitch.
Yeah, I like to call my black friends the N-word. They're cool with it.
Friends, keyword friends, which means that they have a mutual. They probably call him a lot of them.
I just don't like this Kuma person. Are you tone policing BIPOC people? Shut the fuck up.
Actually, Corey even said that he's not what?
Sorry, what?
Oh, she said keyword is friends, and I just wanted to remind her that the keyword is black.
Yeah, that's true. And we have no evidence of his black friends. I'm not saying he doesn't have any. I'm just saying, oh, we're going to go with that now? Lisa Bella, the proven liar, we're going to go with your shit? No, we're not. Anyway, now she's going to go off about how Backwoods is not white looking. or something.
He has like different ethnicities within him, but no one wanted to recognize that because he appears as white.
Fancy, she said, "Oh, if you take my power back," exactly, and that's how you do it by using the word like that, and you can get your power back. Take
But
the
then
power away
Fancy
from that
said
word.
that. But then she also said the N-word is racist. Period in a comment.
I said
so
that.
Which is it?
I said that.
Is it racist period, or can only black people use it? It's one or the other. It can't be both.
As Burn Books, I said that word's racist, period, to this lady. To that lady, okay?
What
it
of
is.
it?
It is. I'm
There's
not
a
saying
people that run that page. You never know who's going to be behind the keyboard. Ooh.
Ooh, you don't know who you're talking to.
Ooh. Are you black? Are you white? You'll never know.
Says the white
It's
lady.
either racist or it's not.
Don't worry about it.
The N-word.
Mind your
It
business.
says that if you're white, you can't use it because it's racist. But if it's a racist word, why is anybody using it? In my stance, no one should use it. It's racist.
Who gives a fuck?
And then if you're saying, well, it's a slang term and they use it with certain code, then that's backing up for
This is literally a conversation from like fucking 10 years ago.
If you're saying
We've
it's
had
a
this
slang word,
conversation
then you're
so
backing
many
up
fucking
Corey's
times, and now you guys are
opinion.
gonna actually try to turn around and have this conversation again when it's like one of those things that is not going to age well. Back then, if you were to like have this conversation, but now
This is still
it's gonna
like
not age well.
Tuesday
It's
morning.
gonna spoil like milk.
You're just not understanding what I'm saying.
I know, I completely understand.
So
what
then
you're
you just
saying.
shoot it down as it's just
No, I'm not fucking black, so I'm not gonna fucking be like,
no
okay,
one
well,
should
this
use
is
it.
the reason.
Can we all agree that it's a racist word and no one should use it? And if it's used for slang, then that backs
I'm
up
not
what
going to
Corey's
tell
saying.
rappers what they can and can't fucking say.
But
For
then that
one,
backs up what
they're
Corey's
fucking
saying.
they allowed to use it if they fucking want because they're fucking black. That's
If those black people in that group have a
Oh
white
my
guy in the group that say that it's fine within that group, that's what
is
Corey's
actually-
point was.
This is the worst conversation that you could have online. Okay,
Say it's either racist or it's not.
no.
I think that there's always going to be a division in that.
I personally don't think that white people or black people or anyone should be using it. Personal.
Like, okay, Fancy Pants said she typed, let's go see Christy's video. I didn't include Christy's videos in this, so if you want to watch Christy's videos, then you head over there to see that.
I said I suggest you watch Chrissy's video about with Ice Cube, I believe. I said and watch it in full. Like watch it in its full entirety. Front to back.
Yeah. And I don't know what's not fucking computing here, but something isn't computing and will not. So why are pay you no mind? Like, doesn't make any sense, lady.
How we doing out there tonight? Let me know if you're all right.
Yeah, we got a long way to go, but we're doing it, and you'll all be in it.
It's used within culture and the hip hop culture and everything, like Corey was saying. That is very true. And there is people who are mixed races who do use it amongst each other. Do I think it's okay? No. But that's what he was saying, and it got twisted into something else. So my whole thing is, if it's a racist word, which yes, it's a racist word, no matter if you've taken your power back, it's like then it's the same thing as queer. Then it's the same thing.
Can we change topics?
Are non-queer people allowed to use the word
giving me a
queer, or only
fucking
queer people?
aneurysm.
Well, I'm asking good questions. You don't have answers. So I'm so done.
They're not.
I've been dealing with this for years from people. This is the tipping point.
Oh, okay, because I haven't already had this conversation 3 times, and every time I respond to you, you go no, and then gish gallop me. So it's like you're not going to listen to what I have to say, and I don't have anything fucking good to say about it because it's not really my area of expertise. But you guys just keep wanting to go, oh yeah, I want to fucking say the N-word. I want to say the N-word. And I'm just trying to tell you that this is a hill you're going to die on. So
I'm going to change the subject then. Everyone's getting mad. No one's. I don't know why people aren't hearing that, but that's okay.
Mule Politics, this is Lisa Bella talking and doses. That's them talking, even though, no matter how, throughout the whole week, no matter how many times you say the same fucking thing, it doesn't get anywhere, but you'll see. What is this? I can't read that. Oh, you said Black History Month to Lisa Bella.
He'll read it out loud.
Oh, sorry.
happy Black History Month, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Well, it's Black History Month and everybody's about it. So why don't people start making videos about Black History?
Shut the fuck up.
Mind your own business.
It's Black History Month. Why are you telling me to shut up?
I want to fucking talk about whether or not we're allowed to say the N-word.
That's not what I said, Isaac.
Oh, sorry, whether or not black people are allowed to say that.
That is not what I just said. I'm actually saying something really good. I'm saying it's Black History Month, so why don't we start talking about Black history?
Because I'm not fucking black, and like I just said, this is not my area.
You don't have to be black to talk about the history of black people, Isaac. It's honoring their history by talking about what. It doesn't matter what.
Jesus!
You're allowed to talk about history. You're allowed to advocate for groups.
Then advocate,
Yeah, and
bitch.
usually
Listen to
would want to
them.
be educated on it. Like I don't like to
Why
talk
are
about
you mad at me for saying that?
I'm not fucking mad at you, but you're sitting here asking me why I'm mad at you, and it's kind of fucking annoying. So like,
You're talking to me like you're mad at me. I just said, why don't we talk about Black history?
Are we serious? I can't even handle the attitude I'm getting right now. Like, oh, why don't we talk about this? Because I don't fucking know anything about. Well, I know something.
Well, we
I'm
just said Happy Black History Month, so why don't we're trying to change the subject. So I was like, okay, well, why don't we talk about Black history? Bring somebody up who can talk about it. We can talk about it. I can look up stuff on my laptop. You have a computer in front of you as well. Bring up some points about some things that happened in Black history and make some Black history segments for this month. It's Black History Month. Instead of talking drama and talking shit to people, bring up some things that we should be talking about that matter.
How about you don't tell me what to do? How's that sound?
Is it a suggestion?
Yeah, I don't want to. Let's move on.
Okay, let's not talk about Black History Month then.
Yeah, well, we can if you know it's not like on the spot. Like, let's just do this instead.
No, bring somebody up who can
That
talk
was like,
about it.
I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's bring up some like.
Why not?
Because what am I gonna do? Start being like, okay, can you tell us white people about Black history? Like, come on.
No.
That's not how it fucking works.
You don't have to be black to talk about Black History Month. It's Black history.
Okay, thanks, Isabella. Thanks.
Fancy, this is awful.
Race, ethnicity, and nationality are three terms that get...
Okay, we're gonna get educated. We're getting educated here. Three different fucking words. Sorry.
Thrown around a lot, and all too often they're used interchangeably, ignored, or just used incorrectly. But each of these words actually has a very distinct meaning, and I'm going to talk about them today using my favorite candy, jelly beans. Let's start with race. Now, you may have heard someone say, race is a human construct, and that's true. Race is a mode of categorization that's based on physical appearance. So in the case of jelly beans, race is color. Because race is based on appearance, to some degree it's ascribed, meaning that people are assigned into racial categories based on what other people see. Even if somebody could be mistaken for a certain racial category, it can still apply to them. These categories are fluid, and our ideas of racial groupings change all the time. It's also important to remember that a person can have parents with two different racial backgrounds. The population of the world is becoming increasingly mixed. But even a person with multiple races will still ultimately belong to a racial category themselves, whether or not it's the same as their parents. Race is a huge factor in daily life, but it isn't the whole picture. The term race does not capture the complexities of ethnicity. Ethnicity refers to the ethnic group or groups that a person belongs to. It's a part of a person's heritage and ancestry. In the case of jelly beans, ethnicity is like the flavor. Two people who are in the same racial group can still have very different ethnicities. For example, all of these are red, but this one is cinnamon and this one is cherry. Two people in the same racial group can and often do have very different backgrounds. It's important to note that there are some groups who are unable to trace their specific ethnic heritage because of things like slavery, assimilation, and genocide. Ethnicity is a huge part of identity formation and development, but it's still not the same as nationality. The word nationality refers to someone's national origin, the country where they hold citizenship. For jelly beans, it's like the bag that a bean comes from. People of the same race or ethnicity can come from all different nations, like the watermelon bean that's in Camo Mix and Kids Mix, or the lemon lime bean that's in all three. And nationality is flexible. If a person immigrates, their nationality can change. People can have dual citizenship or sometimes no citizenship at all. So, now you know. As a quick recap, race is a mode of categorization based on physical appearance, like the color of a jelly bean. Ethnicity is a person's actual ethnic background based on their ancestry, like the flavor of a jelly bean. And nationality is the place where a person holds citizenship, which is like the jelly bean's bag.
So, Backwoods is Canadian. He's using his Irish ethnicity, and his race, if white is a race, is white looking. Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I can't help but be kind of mad this week. I'd like to just make this light and fluffy, but I'm just like a little pissy, alright?
It's our show. It's all good.
It's our show.
Now that you know the difference, you can have a much more comprehensive conversation about identity issues.
People as people and not as color. I'm in that same generation. Like, to me, it's like, love everybody, regardless of color. We weren't made to look at each other with colors, right? And then I heard like them say, you can't be racist to white people. Excuse me, I did my Google search and I looked to see if people look at the French Canadians, the Quebecers, and the English people. In 1960, we as Quebecers were known as a race. people are still racist to us French people. So when they say you can't be racist to white people,
Pause. What we just learned. If French, English, are we racist or is this ethnicity? Is this your ethnic?
Not forget about that other definition from before with the power.
The power.
You hold
Okay.
power and continue to hold power.
We've got ethnic discrimination going on here.
the fuck is that then? If Quebecers are mostly white, then white people are being racist towards our culture and our minority, because we were known as a minority back in 1960. So there's your proof. Stop. You can be racist to a white person. And
just because we don't live our lives as victims.
Another thing would be, so if it's a white on, let's go white on white, that would be like, this isn't a thing, but lateral violence within the white community, right? It's the same with like indigenous issues. When they have a problem that they're facing within each other, that's their own thing, which would be lateral violence. It's not, there's no power down necessarily. Yeah. And perhaps the Irish, ethnic, in Canada, the power was still the white people down, but then because of their skin color, they got to level up. So it's complex. It's not as easy as we're making it.
Black and white, guys. Like you keep wanting to say, racism, it's black and white.
And you know what? You also never heard me talk about this on 2 years of being on TikTok, because I do shut my white mouth and I do learn and listen and like, okay, now I'm talking. But before, I'm lip syncing. I don't know shit. I know some things, but some things aren't my place, nor am I willing to get challenged on some shit, because I'd have to like really hold my fucking ground on these things, and I've been learning. Okay, so now I feel like I've learned some shit. I can say some shit.
I mean that we haven't experienced injustices based on our skin color and based on our heritage. Like, just trying to have like an open conversation about the gray area, I suppose, that's not allowed to be spoken about. How many people does, like really though, how many people does it take to take down one person? If you have to get an entire mob for over a year to try and take me down and I'm still here standing on my 2 feet, you're weak. I'm strong. Deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't send mobs of people after people. If somebody sees something happening and they take it upon themselves to go and, but I don't send videos out to large creators.
That is the typical, conspiring to try to set you up. That is conspiracy. You know, they're saying that we're conspiracy theorists, but setting you up to a large creator to try to bring you down is conspiracy to attempt to frame you in looking bad. Like, that's fucked up in the head to even think of something like that.
Tried to get back in here because that wasn't cool what they just did to her.
That's similar to what the Coots boys are in for. Conspiracy to what now, Jose?
Yeah, so that was because it reached Thomas Bishop that you were like conspiring to take her down. So, yeah. So now we're going to move into something happened to Canadian Red. That's, I guess, in Lisa Bella's live, someone joined the live and asked Canadian Red what her Indigenous background was. And I may have clipped this too long, but I thought I narrowed it down, but maybe it's too repetitive. We'll find out.
They were basically, this person comes up and asks her if she's status, which I got called racist for doing that a few months ago, but okay. She goes to explain it and he was cutting her off the whole time. And yeah, she would talk over him because he asked her a question, but then he would talk the entire time. And because he didn't want to know the answer. And then he tells her that she's a liar.
You kept calling her a liar. It wasn't true what you were saying.
It's not cool at all. And she's not a liar. And I believe that would be considered racist to do that. Somebody wanted to know, who said racist things to you? Who called you white girl?
It's my grandmother, Yvette.
Look at Tara, she's so cute. Got combo Tara.
That was my uncle. He just passed on just a few months ago.
Yes, that is I.
Yep. So that's my uncle. That's my grandmother. My dad, he had red hair. So this is why I'm this color.
So this was actually in response to somebody asking for proof, such as, and then she watched it completely fucking didn't acknowledge it whatsoever, ignored it, and acted like we didn't show her evidence of this, and then continues on with the rhetoric that I'm racist.
Okay, so this is Lisa Bella made a video for Burn Books about how Nicolas Cage was racist towards Red. Okay? Red here. Lisa Bella has been caught lying. I know Lisa and Bella are not the same. Lisa Bella and Red are not the same person. Lisa Bella came back after a break, after she'd been caught lying, said she was gonna play nice, asked for grace, all these things. Immediately back on her shit. Back on the Nicolas Cage thing, doxing him in her profile, fucking putting all his court shit up there. And at this point now, people are calling Fancy Pants a racist. Do you think that I really give a fuck about that? I don't. So that's what's kind of going on. She's sending me shit. She makes 1 million videos a day. I don't give a shit, okay? So that's what happened. I looked at her shit and I ignored it because I was like, I don't believe you. You're a liar. I don't believe you.
Also, Lisa Bella, you really think you're the only one that sends us shit? Like,
seriously,
we fucking comb through. Can you tell? The more you talk, the more we have to comb through, y'all.
Yeah. And okay, racist to her. Fuck off right now.
And the fact that, like, I just showed my family history going back to the 1600s, and still, what else can I do?
You must re-educate yourself.
And she showed her history going back to the 1600s. What else can I do? Well, guess what? Fancy Pants probably doesn't get to do that. You know? Black people don't get to fucking do that. There's no history. They have to take a DNA test, and then their DNA test results get sold out to the cops, and then they find out and arrest random people. Like, there's injustices there, and that's where white privilege comes from, because you get to fucking say, these are the places I come from, and I get to be proud to be Irish, and I get to be proud to come from all these places, when they don't know where they came from. So,
Fun fact, I just found out my ancestry a few years ago, and I was wrong my entire life. So, yeah, my dad was a Black orphan. I think I talked about this on a live the other day, but my dad was a Black orphan, and like nobody wanted the little N-word baby in the 50s. So yeah, I thought I was Jamaican, and I thought I was Barbados, which is like Barbadian or Bayesian. And now I found out that it's actually African, and it's like from Congo and Nigeria. So take that. Darren and backwoods, and I'm also like part Irish, so like take that too.
And we don't need to compare them either. Like everyone had a different struggle and different things happen. It's not one or the other. Like they're different. Things are different.
Apparently I need to re-educate myself. Like, it's silly. No, I shouldn't have to do that. But it is what's done, and it's
you shouldn't have to do
something
that.
I've been used to since I was a kid, and it's sad, really. Like I said, I think that we have a beautiful, beautiful history, and if we were to actually teach it and allow for our elders to actually come in and tell the stories of our history, tell the truth about our past, what happened to the Métis people, what happened to First Nations across Canada, Black history in Canada, our Asian history in Canada, I think that we would have such a better perspective of where we came from and what we could actually do to go through a lot.
But if we can Christy up here, yeah, come on, Christy, because I'm not going to respond to you with my comments, so you might as well come up here. Said if you show respect, you may have a better chance at receiving it, and that was the point that I was making.
I don't know who's not showing respect, Christy. I'm pretty respectful, so I hope that that's not directed at me.
Because I'm
me
not
and you
going
have never ever had a conversation.
The optometrist with her dad.
I don't know if you just saw what happened, but I was just made to prove my identity going back to the 1600s and actually show images of my grandparents and my uncles just to prove that I'm not a white girl, as people on, I would say, the left has stated. I'm not. I'm Métis. And I've had some of the most harshest, racist comments said to me in the past year on this app, and my entire identity and culture disavowed. And nobody says anything. But because somebody on the right, or perceived right, may say something that questions the narrative and again, may come off as racist, is instantly attacked, right? And they're instantly called out. But when people on their side says something,
Can I just point something out? It was attacked, Christy.
You asked for a debate. You asked for this. Yes, you did. You made a video.
No, I did not.
Hang on.
I asked some questions.
You made a video asking for this conversation.
I didn't ask you to attack
And then
me.
you said I twisted it, so I want to know what you think I twisted. Be specific. Be specific. What did I twist?
You are essentially calling me a racist.
I didn't call you a racist. You show me where I called you a racist.
You might not have said, "Hey, Lisa, you're a racist,"
But she
just
called
said
you a
might not have said
racist.
it. You did not.
Let's take the aggression away. Let's take the aggression away. Obviously, there was a misunderstanding and miscommunication between
That's
two
why
of you.
I'm here.
You are
That's
both
what I
smart
twisted.
ladies. You are both well spoken. So let's not speak in anger. Let's just speak in trying to.
I'm sorry. I'll stop my correction. It wasn't a might not. I didn't. I did not call this woman racist.
Okay.
And I want to know what she said. What I twisted.
Insinuated
All
that
of my
I'm
comments
racist.
saying that I'm twisting stuff. So please be specific and identify what I twisted.
Lisa, how do you feel that she insinuated the race card? Like
She
how?
didn't insinuate. She said what I was saying was twisted, and I want to know what she's
No,
accusing me
I'm
of
saying
twisting.
you insinuated that I'm racist with your responses.
How?
Because you're essentially saying that because I'm white, I can't have these conversations.
I didn't say that.
And because I called out Fancy for saying something racist,
You called her racist. You called her racist. You called her racist. And then you called her a coward.
She is.
I found her comment to be racist.
You're a
I found
racist.
her comment to
And
be
did she oppress you with that
disrespectful and
comment?
racist.
Did she oppress you with that comment? Did she have power over you?
She tried to use her skin color as a form of power to feel superior, so
To
she
silence her.
said, "I'm a black woman speaking, you're a white man, shut your white mouth," or whatever.
N-word.
Edward is gonna flip.
He's not white, so by your logic, he's
What did I do?
wrong.
So I was called a squaw last night in a conversation by a leftist. Is that
Okay. How? Imagine.
I don't
Could
know
you
what
imagine-
the polls for, but let me know.
Could you imagine if she was black one day? Like the way that she's walking around acting like you hold power, Fancy, is wacky. It's so wacky.
Moment, like, no, I kind of did want to like hold a little power and like maybe she's not wrong. Like it kind of like, hello, hi, can you see me being black? Trying to talk about the N-word? Hello.
Like,
Look,
like totally within that conversation, but like the fact that I just can't. This is like
context at all. Nobody knows what we're voting on. I just wanted to. I'm just like, I'm up in my feels. Spicy Christy makes me feel a type of way that I don't even know. I just needed like a poll. I don't know.
yeah. Okay, let's go.
is that allowed? I was called a squaw last night.
No, that's not okay.
Who called
No,
her
it's
one?
not.
And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Lisa Bella. What did I twist?
She's also in my chat. She's trying to mediate. She's my friend.
So do we not call out the
Tell
left for
everybody, don't listen to
justice?
Christy because she twists stuff. I mean, you're just
I never
calling
said
me a
don't
lot.
listen to Christy. I just said you twisted my words.
You said I twisted what you said. What did I twist?
You
What did I
did.
twist?
You twisted my entire message, which is no one should say the N-word, and we should not be judging people based on their skin color, but rather their
Black people
character.
telling white
Let
people
me
that they
finish,
can't say it.
Christy. Let me finish,
Black
Christy.
people not saying it. Because that's
You-
what I repeated.
You don't want it. You don't care about my answer.
Nobody does.
You didn't even hear my answer, so how do you know that?
Okay.
My answer is bullshit.
Keep bringing Ice Cube into the whole thing was bullshit. But
Black people are using their power to tell white people not to use this and about how that's racist.
That is
Tell me how
okay.
racist.
Sorry, bringing Ice Cube into it was bullshit, and that's bullshit. All these black people talking about this is bullshit.
Don't you dare ever make reference to a black person talking about the N-word.
Nah, I just want to talk about it. I'm Lisa Bella. I just want to.
Find a white person to find the rules. You understand? There's a history.
I think we're racist. Go ahead.
Yes, it's a form of intimidation and guilt. Yes.
Is it racism?
Yes.
How?
Shut your white mouth, a black woman speaking. Okay.
And you didn't
Around.
say that.
Shut
You
your
didn't say a
mouth,
black
person.
woman is
A
speaking.
white woman
You said
speaking.
shut your
Is
white
that
mouth.
Are you talking about very
No,
now? Or are you
answer
talking
my
about the
question.
N-word?
Answer my question, Christy. Is that racist?
I think it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking
someone's race.
If you're
I
talking
am telling. Why couldn't she just say, "Shut your mouth"? I'm speaking. Why did it have to be?
So you don't even. So not only do you not want them to have the word, but you want to pick the words that they use to address
That's
them.
not at all what I said,
The
Christy.
fraudulent.
You my word, Christy.
I'm out.
Yeah, bye.
I'll address you later.
No, go.
She's a coward.
You are a coward. You're a racist bitch.
A racist bitch.
She just twisted your words again.
Again. Thank
Yeah.
you.
why did people have to?
She called you a racist bitch, Christy.
Welcome to the club.
with such aggression? Like, I don't understand that.
I thought she was gonna eat the phone.
Why are we coming with such aggression? Like, I don't know why we cannot, like, understand the aggression there. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to pause it a million times, but I always want to.
Aggressive and not able just to have a conversation. So,
because it's been
as a term of like endearment or as like slang, is not considered racist if you're intermixed races and you're amongst each other's friend group and you have a mutual respect with each other and it's not a malicious intent thing. He's saying that does exist in the world. It does exist in certain communities and groups of people and in hip hop culture that black and white people, like the black people will call the white people a cracker or whatever, and then the white person, they call their friend that N-word with the A at the end and not the hard R, and it's all just slang, it's mutual respect. That's what he was explaining. He also explained that he is not white. And then they didn't hear the part where he said he's not white, and they just said that he was racist and that he's condoning the use of white people using the N-word, and he was just saying that it exists in the hip-hop culture where white people and black people, it's intermixed that way. And my stance was, I don't think anybody should use the N-word at all because it's racist. But what my friend was saying in that live is factually true. It's just true. And so they started deeming him a racist. And then this other woman, who is a black woman, came in, and when he was explaining his side, she was rolling her eyes and putting her head back and looking off to the side and not listening at all to anything that he was saying whatsoever. And then when she wanted to talk, he had said something, I don't know, you know how sometimes in your lives you sort of, the tail end of something will catch the beginning of the next, so you sort of talk over each other. She was like, "Shut your white mouth," and she like stared at him like he was like flipping. And then
shut the fuck
she's
up.
like, "A black woman is speaking about this.
She didn't say that.
You're a white man, so you don't." She was actually extremely aggressive and rude about it. So I was just like, "Well, that's racist."
It's a lot of words.
Why did you have to say shut your white mouth?
Aggressive.
When first off, he's not white. He made that clear. He's not white, and it shouldn't matter what color skin. Just shut your mouth. I'm speaking. Or what? It's still rude, but like, why do you have to bring skin color into it? To me, that looked like you were using your skin color to act like you were more superior than the man. Like, I'm a black woman speaking, so you shut up and sit down and listen. That's the vibe she was giving off.
Yeah,
So I
shut
called
the
her
fuck
out.
up!
But the left doesn't like to be called out. So that girl sent my video, like a guy who bought all of his followers, 1 million followers or something.
Also, prove who the fuck sent it. Prove who the fuck sent it. She sent the video to him. Fuck, shut
for a second. Just pause for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry. Kobe, stop. Serena has a question for you in the comments. I would address it, but I need to deal with my dog for a second. And then I want to address Serena about something else.
What am I speaking on, Serena? What am I speaking on? I'm talking to another white woman. Lisa Bella, who wants to fucking talk about it. If I want to speak to another white woman about minding your own business, yeah, fucking talk about it. And Serena, if this is all, what do you call it? Bloodbath, clickbait, blood sport, then what the fuck are you doing here? Blood sport, perversion of whatever the fuck you talk about. Then what are you doing here? Get lost, Serena. Clickbait.
Also, Serena, I'm not sure if you were here for the full speech, but I just jumped in to talk about the N-word specifically and leave. They already had to be told once by Nick to let me have the floor, and then they continued to talk over me. So I looked around and I said, shut your white mouth, to say, hey, snap out of it. Do you not understand the situation in front of you? You're talking about the N-word, not just racism as a whole, not just discrimination. The N-word, a word used to oppress black people from white people. White people started using this word to oppress black people. So yeah, shut your white mouth and let me explain to you how I feel about it as a black person. Do I go around telling everyone to shut their white mouth all the time? I mean, this week.
As you should.
I give her full fucking stance to fucking have my back on it. She wants. Until she says something fucking racist.